NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. NordVPN scans the dark web to check that the information associated with your email address is not exposed. Just a few clicks, and you're safer online. Browse with more peace of mind. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
You know what? Dave just told me he's here for me. And you know what that is? That's warm. That's lovely, especially after I just absolutely attacked him this morning. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Bart is searching for parking. So that will be coming. He'll be here momentarily, and we will get into all of that. At least he is searching for parking, and there's not an issue of Bart having ticked anybody off and being held in contempt of court off of yesterday.
Well, technically, we don't know that yet.
Well, but he's come in. He's not being detained anywhere.
That's
Clearly.
true. That's the most important.
Unless this is just a cover-up for that. But I don't think that's the case. I was looking for parking for 3 hours, and I couldn't find it. And I've been in that spot before in New York City for sure, especially when there is snow involved. You know what I really enjoy? What I really enjoy is when you have to get a spot in New York City and you're driving around, and there are cars that have been buried in snow for days. They have not moved. And I was driving through Jersey City today and driving through Hoboken today. And that is what is going on. There are those cars that have not moved since Saturday and will not move until that snow melts because they see all the people that they think are chumps out there trying to dig their way out of the snow. And I feel for these people. Listen, I don't want to make myself look like an amazing individual that I am. I don't want to do that. I think you can all surmise it on your own without me having to tell you. But there have been times where I have seen people trying to dig out of a parking spot and their wheels are spinning, and I will stop and get out of my car and help push. That's me. That's me. Am I going to say that I do it every time? No. I passed yesterday. I was on my way to work. There was 2 people out there doing it. I looked at it, evaluate the situation in the span of about 10 seconds, and say, you know what? They got this. There's 2 of them out there. I see progress being made. I'm not going to stop in this particular instance because I think they got it. But there are other times where I am this warm of an individual that on the New York City streets, in the streets of Jersey City, if you have your car stuck and you're trying to get out, you're on your own, or it doesn't look like there's any progress being made whatsoever. Me? I'm going to stop and help you. That's just what I do. Maybe all of you need to look yourselves a little bit more in the mirror if you don't do that, okay? Maybe you're the kind of person who wants to spray more snow on everybody else. Bart is here, and he looks like he's ready to kill someone. Exactly. Well, this is what I was talking about a minute. Get yourself settled, and I have effectively chewed enough clock until you got here. And here's the worst part. I can already see it. He's sweating because he's got all of the winter clothes on. But then when you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to get something done, you start sweating. It's like when you go out and you go shoveling and you're sweating on the inside, and on the outside, you are completely warm top to bottom, and then you're really nowhere because you're cold once you take off your clothes, and then you're in a complete disaster. Then I got to get in the shower to warm back up. What happened?
I guess I didn't properly think that, okay, yeah, they shoveled the streets, but half the people had to dig themselves out, and it's still people that you can tell is visibly snowed in and hasn't even attempted to move their car in a couple of days. But even when they go around those cars, they just pretty much put it in front of the parking spots that's available. So all my parking spots was messed up, so I had to park farther and then walk.
Right. So this is what I was just talking about. First of all, trying to park in the city is a nightmare to begin with.
Right.
But then you add the snow, and it makes it a complete disaster. Then you've got the cars, the people that have the spots that are clearly not moving that car until that snow melts.
Exactly.
Because they are not giving up that parking spot, and they do not care.
But nobody.
They will inconvenience themselves and everybody else in the instance. But, Bart, I just said this, and I think I know the answer to this because I know you as a person. I know you to be a good, genuine person. By the way, your matching sweatsuit set today is off the chain.
My pajamas.
Fantastic. It is a black sweatsuit set that is just,
It's my cold weather gear.
Anyway, when I see people who are trying to dig out of a spot or can't get out of a spot,
Yeah.
I am someone who might stop and help.
Oh.
I am someone who might stop and help and push them out. If it looks like they're not making any progress, but their wheels are spinning, I might stop.
Okay. Is it an old lady?
Yesterday, do I do it all the time? No.
Yeah, I'm not stopping for no dude. You're on your own.
No, I do that too. It
Unless
depends.
it's an old man.
If it feels like it's kind of a hopeless situation, I'm getting out and I'm helping you. I'm going to do that. But yesterday I'm driving through Jersey City. I see two guys who are digging a car out. I see progress being made, and I make the decision, you know what? They don't need me right now. I'm good. They don't need me. These guys are going to get that car out of there in 2 seconds.
Right.
But if you leave your car there for a month and you are waiting for that snow to get dug out, you can go straight to hell.
Because it's supposed to snow some more this weekend.
Is it or is it not?
I thought it was.
They
They say it might push out to sea, but what if it doesn't? Then that same car is going to sit there. What you don't want is for it to get warm and melt a little bit and then freeze. Because those people, it's already almost window high.
Well, yesterday, my wife was like, should I put some salt down in the driveway? We have a very short driveway. Yeah. It's a townhouse situation. Mm-hmm. And I said, frankly, no, because it's going to stay so cold that all that's going to do is freeze it back over again unless it melts away. We need the sunlight. We need the sun to take care of it.
Exactly.
So,
and I thought it was better. I was in the city last night I went to dinner, and it was melted. They did the West Side Highway good. 10th Avenue, it looked like they didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that when you get these potholes and you going uphill and you only have you have two-wheel drive, you spin out. So you see a lot of people trying to stop at the light, but then trying to start, and they spin out. They hydroplane because it's front-wheel drive, so it's nothing pushing or digging down, and it was just a mess. And it was a mess coming here today, but it was fine. I did my tricks, but I didn't take into account that it would be nowhere to park.
Yeah,
especially around here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. It's a mess. It's a bit of a mess. Speaking of messes, what the hell's going on in Florham Park?
John Gruden.
What the hell is going on?
They're doing nothing to dispel the notions that it is a fire drill over there.
So, I haven't gotten a text back.
Diana Rossini.
I asked her. I texted her and asked her to come on. I have not heard back from her, which is not like her. She's usually a quick reply texter, which makes me think that she is all over the place this morning.
Is she holding on or something?
Well, or no. I think she is probably on the phone all over the place trying to get answers as to what's going on.
Is she the one that was talking about big things coming, hold tight?
The exact quote in her tweet yesterday after the Tanner Eggstrand firing.
Oh, so it's just an outright.
Well, no, it was the two of them deciding we're going in a different way.
What I'm saying is, it's not like a demotion. It's just a spread out.
I don't think so. I don't think he's getting demoted. My understanding was that they're moving in a different direction.
Oh, I didn't even know this was new news.
Yeah, so that Tanner was not going to be the guy?
Right.
It came out yesterday. No,
I thought Frank Wright, we were all talking about, we thought he was going to be reassigned.
That was probably going to happen, but they had not done anything about Eggstrand yet, and I had assumed that they hadn't done it because they didn't have the other deal done. And so Diana tweeted yesterday, and this was after our show. What are you looking for?
No, I thought I heard my phone ring.
You're looking all over the place here. I'm like, what?
I thought I heard my phone ring. One's in front of me, but anyway.
Diana tweeted yesterday afternoon, the Jets have a plan. and listen, Diana's the one who wrote the big expose last year about what was going on with Saleh and the whole mess. Yeah. She knows that organization inside and out. We'll see if we can get her today. She might be busy. I don't know.
She's got a mole.
We've got Mike Tannenbaum coming up today. We got Gary Myers today because we got to talk about this Belichick Hall of Fame thing. We'll get to that later on.
Everybody's in such an uproar.
Well, we'll get to it. But this thing just is a complete mess. And, Bart, I reached out to people who would have, at least I think, would have an idea of what's going on. And there does not seem to be a clear path as to what the plan is here.
There's so much stuff going on. Then you got the snake job by Joe Brady. Oh, man, it's just.
Well, but I want to start here.
So much stuff.
I know, but I want to start here with the Jets.
Yes.
We have 9 assistant coaches that are gone now. I believe it's 9 spots on the staff total after Engstrand, because it was 7 over the weekend, and then Engstrand and whoever else. We don't have any coordinators. It's Senior Bowl week.
Well, that's where you go down there and you chop it up. You're trying to find some people. That's where people that's fired go down there to try and get hired.
Okay. Please explain to me. I want to believe in that phrase, the Jets have a plan. The problem is, when we say something like that,
the plan is we have no plan.
When we say something like that, they have never put themselves in the spot to get the benefit of the doubt. If you told me that a team like the Chiefs had done this, or the Steelers had done this, or the Ravens had done this, and it looked silly, and you thought, and somebody tweeted, the Ravens have a plan. I think the Raven fan base would trust in what they were doing. There's no trust built up here whatsoever.
The crazy thing is they fired people so late, and already people don't want to take the job. So did you fire these people in hopes that you know that you got a deal in place? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not firing all my people unless I know somebody's coming, especially when you're struggling to get people to fill a staff anyway. So I listen. Maybe it's some like beautiful thing that like they got the corners and they got the edges, and they just ain't filled the middle of the puzzle up. But I have no clue like why you're firing people this late in the process.
So the Wink Martindale thing looked like it was going to happen, and now that has gone completely cold. And now Connor Hughes this morning is saying it's more and more likely that Aaron Glenn is going to be calling the defense.
The most likely option at defense is going to be a lesser-known candidate or Chris Harris returning with Aaron Glenn calling the plays. Like, that's probably what's going to happen on defense.
But we didn't think that Chris Harris did a good job to begin with. And then Jim Leonard's probably going to Buffalo. So you're down to Jimmy O'Neal?
You're down to Jim O'Neal? You're down to whoever else we're talking about here.
I think Jim O'Neal still presents the same ability and opportunity for Aaron to call the plays and yet still have somebody with the title of defensive coordinator.
Listen, that's fine. But can we be real about a few things? I hate to point in this direction, but I have to. You know who's done this the right way? Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh in Tennessee is going to call the defense. I'm sure they'll have a defensive coordinator in name.
Yeah.
And he said to Brian Daboll, offense is yours. Make it happen. That is the plan. And whether or not that's going to work, we'll see. But I think we all universally acknowledge we think Daboll's a pretty good offensive coach.
And they brought Daboll in to also be a mentor and help develop Cam Ward. And then it's funny they have Daniel Jones up there because everybody want to take credit for what Daniel Jones was doing in Indianapolis this year. Like, oh, he is a franchise quarterback. He's probably going to get signed there to a long-term deal. They gave him credit for Jackson Dart, and they gave him credit for they gave him credit for of course, Josh Allen. So, I mean, I think you think about somebody that can come in and be a coordinator but also develop your quarterback at the same time. Yeah, it makes sense. Now, let's see who he's going to get as a special team coach. But, you feel confident and good about that coaching staff.
If you're Aaron Glenn, Saleh, at the very least, has not just the history before this, not just the history with the Jets, not just the history of this season, of being a good defensive coordinator and a good defensive coach, and even while being a head coach, still had a pretty good defense and gave them chances to win games. That, I think we would all universally acknowledge, was never the problem with the Jets when he was here. Aaron Glenn doesn't have that to fall back on. I think people look at Aaron Glenn as the Lions defensive coordinator and they say, look at all the success that they had.
Because the team was good.
Exactly. And it really was the offense that was doing a lot more of it, and Aaron Glenn as defensive coordinator wasn't exactly great. But that wasn't why he got hired. He was hired because he was viewed as someone that would be a really good leader.
Yeah.
And frankly, would have people in place that would do their job. So if that was the case last year, where he was overseeing Steve Wilkes and he was overseeing Tanner Eggstrand, well, obviously both of those guys were bad at the job.
You know how it remind me like the cartoon thing when the little things be walking real short and then they fall off and they be right behind each other falling off like walking a plane. I feel like that's the Jets coaching staff just walk dude, like they just falling off into the water.
But really where I'm lost here is why would you decide to move on from Engstrand? And I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. The Jets have a plan. Okay. That plan is Frank Reich. Okay. And I'll shut up if that's what's going on. But you cannot blame people for raising an eyebrow to what's going on right now when you don't announce immediately what you're doing.
Right. And maybe Tanner was like, forget this. You're going to demote me. This, you know what I was working with? Let me go. Let me go somewhere else. Maybe Tanner has – where does Tanner come from?
Tanner was in Detroit with him last year.
So maybe Tanner's like, man, I go join Ben's staff. You know, maybe he got somebody that said, man, you can come over here with us. If they want to demote you and like make it seem like it was your fault, and maybe he asked to go, and you know maybe they just wanted to put it in the ram of firing.
Maybe he has to go. What I still don't get is why you would do that without having somebody else in place. So what am I supposed to make of this?
Maybe they got a handshake deal, and let's see, like, because now you got to compete with Joe Brady. And a lot of people want to fill that staff out. Like, yeah, I'd rather go there. That's why Jim Leonard has been rumored there. That's a much better job. And now you have Mike McCarthy. Everybody knows you talk about job security. Man, McCarthy ain't going nowhere for 10 years. So you look at it now like, the Steelers are old. They can cut a lot of people. But they're the Steelers. They're a playoff team. They'll figure it out.
They have a history. And this is what we always talk about.
They have the right type of history.
History is what you make decisions based upon why? Because it's the best predictor of future success. And when you have a history of having done things particularly well, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And when you have a history of not doing it, you're not.
And Mike hasn't lost anywhere he's went.
I continue to come back to this. They have a major perception problem. And unfortunately, perception is reality.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in this case, it's absolutely reality.
Is reality reality?
Reality is reality, too. But the only way to change perception is to win or is to install someone that has the credibility to do this. This is why we actually did briefly discuss the idea of John Harbaugh and the Jets. Because what did John Harbaugh do immediately for the Giants? He let everybody know that there's someone here who is in charge. And in delaying the process, made sure the Giants know who's in charge. I'm not answering to that guy. I'm not letting this fall apart on anybody else's watch. And you have a history of success. Even though he hadn't built a culture, they hadn't screwed up a culture either.
Right.
So, to me, that's why if you want to talk about cultures with Aaron Glenn, and I am one that still wants to give Aaron Glenn an opportunity here, he's in a bad spot right now.
Yeah.
He's in a very bad spot right now. And I really don't know what the way out of this is unless you end up at the back end of it with Wink and with Frank Reich.
Yeah, if you do that, then everybody going to be like, all right.
I'll shut up.
Yeah, everybody have to shut up.
I'll not only shut up, I'll applaud you. I'll applaud you. I'm sorry that I questioned you. Bart's phone was in his other jacket, the other phone, so it's ringing. We're just shutting that off. But the point is, like, I will absolutely laud you if that's what you end up with. Every day, it seems to get worse. And Diana, through no fault of her own, put that tweet out there, and that just added to the level of angst. That added to the level of anxiety among the Jet fans. I really feel that way. And that's rough. That's rough to take right now. As someone that knows this organization better than anybody, can you shed any light Can you provide any insight? It doesn't have to be like, I know what's going on, because I don't know if they know what's going on. But just more of knowing how things operate, and is there an optimism to you that they're going to get this straightened out?
Well, once I heard Norman, a.k.a. Boomer, kind of say, that Connor he had valid information, but he's not going to spill no beans, that pretty much let me know that he's been talking to Frank, and pretty much Frank is going to be there. So I'm not concerned. I think, it's pretty much a done deal. You wouldn't be doing all these things unless you knew you had a person in place in Frank, right? So I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with that. The defense coordinator job is one of these things where, like, it's looking like if you can't get who you want, then Aaron Glenn's going to have to step up and take a bigger role. But to do that, you got to have somebody that you really, really feel secure with, like Robert Saleh, to say, okay, handle the offense. Because it takes so much more. You heard Rex talk about it, how much harder it is to be a defense coordinator because all the other obligations of the head coach. And so now you got to hire an assistant head coach that's going to help you be able to handle the game management. As you're over there making adjustments to what's going on with your defense, you can't see what's going on the field. It's moments where you got to briefly talk to your defense and address your defense. It's exhausting, I know. Like, for some reason, the Jets went into the offseason as a team that seemed like they had a bit of dysfunction and didn't have stuff going the right way, and they just made it worse. And listen, it can all turn out differently in the end, but right now, man, they're making it hard. They're making it harder. Every day they make it harder and harder to walk around. Not even to talk about we don't have a quarterback. That's beside the point.
I mentioned this yesterday when it comes to perception. It's not a coincidence that the last three teams that don't have coaches are the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Why? Because those three were the least desirable jobs because of the history and perception of the organization for the longest time. Cleveland, if Kevin Stefanski is such a bad coach, and I personally, I would not have hired him here, but I'm not hiring anybody, and he got a job pretty damn quickly. So obviously people feel like he does know what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's one to me where maybe I'm sitting around today like, maybe I screwed up letting him go. Because now am I bound to Jim Schwartz to be the head coach? Jim Schwartz might end up being one of those guys who is a great coordinator, but maybe not the head coach you want.
Well, we've seen him as a head coach.
We have.
With the Lions, so this would be his second run at it. I'm surprised if that was the case, nobody went for Steve Spagnuolo. If you it seemed like you would be at that point where, hey, maybe I should interview Steve.
All I know is that with the perception, if the Jets were looking for a head coach, they'd be in this similar situation right now, but they're looking for coordinators.
They can't even get them to show up.
And now they're fighting at the bottom of the barrel for what's left. And this is troubling to me at this point. And I hear people on the show this morning who were flat out saying, I'm done with 2026. Let me know what's going to look like in 2027. Jet fans calling up saying that exact thing. Get me to 2027. Oh, my God.
Man, they got the worst. They got, top 5 worst or bottom 5 worst brands in football, man.
And it hurts you. It hurts you to see this. That's the thing.
They can't even get anybody. They haven't got anybody that they wanted.
Well, on this positive note, on this uplifting first segment, Bart can't find parking. It's a complete disaster out in New York City right now, and the Jets just have no credibility as to what's going on at the moment. We hope by the end of the show that the news has changed, that the worm has turned, that Wink Martindale and Frank Reich are in, and the Jets all say, ha, we told you.
Ha!
Ha! I would love for a big ha today from Flora Park.
Chris Harrison, Aaron Glenn.
Whew. 800-919-3776. Jet fans, where are you with this? If you are not watching the show, you should be watching the show if that option is available to you. And by the way, it's available to you everywhere. And it's called YouTube. Look into it. If you don't know about it, then wake up, huh? Do it. Get involved here on the YouTube show. You can watch on YouTube on our ESPN New York YouTube channel, and you can leave your comments, and we will work those into the show as well. But we will start with you on the phones at 800-919-3776. I almost said I'm Bart. I'm Carlin. He's Bart.
It's upside down world.
This is ESPN New York.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Still big problems on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, eastbound 278. That's coming up toward Flushing Avenue. Cleanup since earlier this morning of a tractor-trailer fire. Fire long out, but the cleanup continues. Right lane is out. Northbound, eastbound BQE up by Flushing Avenue. Southbound side a mess as well. Rubbernecking from at least the LIE. FDR Drive northbound. Crash just cleared through 116th Street. The George Washington Bridge, 45 minutes for the upper level. Lanes have been reopened from earlier problems. Lower level 15. Lincoln and Holland tunnels 20 to 25. On the island, Southern State Parkway westbound heavy at Grand Avenue because of a broken out car. Eastbound side a crash by the Meadowbrook Parkway. Garden State Parkway southbound at the Essex Tolls, a vehicle fire. Very icy in Orange County along Route 17 and Route 84. NYC ferries remain suspended. Staten Island ferries running and New York Waterway ferries are running but with delays. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over. And football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Ah, the internet. A place where your curiosity can flourish. Unless malware gets in the way. It's a place that can surprise you with phishing websites and trackers. The internet is wonderful, but you must protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. Tech Radar named it the #1 VPN in 2025. A single NordVPN account secures up to 10 devices. What else? This cybersecurity tool also encrypts your browsing. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. NordVPN scans the dark web to check that the information associated with your email address is not exposed. Just a few clicks and you're safer online. Browse with more peace of mind. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
One thing. Oh, that's old school, boy. You remember my old school playlist, baby. Oh. Down. One woman to lift me up. And yeah, one woman that don't give up. Woo, if you're going to leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Oh, you don't remember my King George one. You hear what he's saying?
What?
Can't have one woman, got to have 3.
I usually just let you go because you're enjoying it.
No,
and it obviously just perked you up quite a bit.
That's because Ray Deasy went back into the old school.
Yeah.
What's the other one that we used to have? Gotta have a woman like Walonda. Remember we talking about smack a king, smack a snake, make my belt. Remember my guy? Cool Beans. I'll find it.
Oh my God.
We had a couple soundtracks that we were stuck on for like months.
It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you should be watching the show and being a part of the show. Before we get to a couple of calls here, we got Mike Tannenbaum coming up at the top of the hour, or at 10:45, excuse me. What happened with court? There are people asking all over the chat what happened with court yesterday. So, Bart, for those who don't know, about a month and a half ago, had a court date that was a virtual court date. It was to happen from somewhere at 9 a.m., but there were about 30 court dates all scheduled for 9 a.m. Got pushed back into the show. He was trying to do it on Zoom. We had a Bart court camera on the ESPN New York YouTube page, and Bart was turned aside that day because he held his finger up to his temple as he was trying to figure something out just in a relaxed position, and the judge thought he was making a gesture and threw him out of court that day.
Yeah.
So that date was rescheduled for yesterday. It was to happen at 1 p.m. Please take us through what happened on your virtual court date. And the court date, again, refresh us, was for what?
It was for not having a front plate on my 1996 Chevy Impala, which back in the day did not come with a front license plate bracket.
1996 Chevy Impala.
30 years old, and you getting on me. It's a classic.
That is a classic.
30
Okay.
years old.
So what happened? First of all, was it the same judge?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
She did that on purpose.
Okay.
She was punishing me after I had waited 2.5 hours.
So your court is supposed to be 1 o'clock. What time did you actually get into court?
2 o'clock.
Go ahead and fill us in from there.
I mean, at this point, I just like, you know what? Like, when I talked to the prosecutor, I explained to him, he's like, man, listen. Don't even worry about, let's just get through
Be cool.
this. Yeah.
In other words, don't say what I was telling you yesterday. Let's not get in trouble here.
Like
don't push the bear, poke the bear.
Poke the.
Okay. Don't need to get anybody unnecessarily upset.
Yeah. So what I did is, it turned out to be $40 and $30 in court costs. I said, man, I could have just went online and paid that. Why am I in court for that?
That's the excellent question. Why you weren't in court for that? Why you were in court for that at the beginning? is unbelievable.
Just let me pay the ticket.
Yeah.
Why does this come with a court appearance? Oh, you want extra $30? Like, really? That's what we doing? You know, the people that irritate me the most, and I know it's their job, but I think it's the most like bottom feeding catfish type of jobs. The people on college campuses that make their money ticketing little kids, and then they hold your degree.
Oh yeah,
so that
hold the diploma back until you pay it.
Right, and it's $1 million hustle that they make.
Oh yeah,
off of this a year, millions of dollars they make off ticketing kids that are paying overpriced tuition for overvalued educations. That and they're going into debt to do that. And then you're gonna ticket my kid. My kid got $30,000 or $20,000 worth of tickets.
Well, your kid's an idiot if he got $20,000 worth of tickets. But at the same time, I had several $100s worth of tickets that I had to pay 2 days before graduation in order to get my degree. That's absolutely true.
You got to take a loan out to get your degree.
Yeah, exactly. Easily. And those were accumulated over 4 years, and it wasn't, speeding. It was all parking ticket related.
You're trying to park into the student center, run in and get something to eat because there's nowhere to park. All the parking, all that stuff.
Right.
Ticket. And they just be sitting there. Like Mr. Deeds, I am very sneaky, sir. Like, I just went in and gave my boys like my meal card.
So everything's okay.
Yeah.
It's over with. We can move on.
Yeah, for now.
You don't have to be upset.
Yeah. The Pistons beat the Nuggets yesterday?
So Tom had an interesting idea yesterday that I think is one that we should employ here. You've heard of a swear jar, where you have to make you have to put $1 or $5 or whatever in every time. He just handed me $1. Every time you swear. Bart, first of all, $1 is not going to hurt you. I need to make it a little more punitive than $1. I think we need to make it.
$1's not $1. You know what that dollar get me? They get me butt cheeks. They get me feeling. You know what I mean? I throw one of these in the strip club, they give me a little wiggle. That ain't no typical dollar. Not all dollars spent in certain places are the same, are equal. Your dollar got more spending power in the strip club than it does at the bodega.
But usually you're peeling off a lot of them.
She don't know that. Her back turned.
Well,
sometimes
I think every time that you mention the Pistons, I think we need to find you and put it in a jar.
Okay.
I think we probably need to do that.
Even when they play in the Knicks?
I mean, there will be special dispensation days. Like we have coming up on February 19th, and I don't want to get into specifics yet because, frankly, I don't know them.
Right.
But we are putting together a Pistons-Knicks watch party in the city for you to come and hang with us. Now, I shouldn't even be saying that right now, but that's me. I don't care. I'm going to let that fly. You as the audience deserves to know that.
So all my Pistons fans, pull up. If you hiding out,
both of you.
If you hiding out in New York, and you feel unsafe sometimes coming out as a Pistons fan, if it's a Pistons bar around here, pull up.
Well, there doesn't need to be a Pistons bar. It's just you'll come to where we are, and it'll be a Pistons bar if you're hanging with Bart that night.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they here, they got like a Packers bar, Dolphins bar.
Yes.
If you go there and you have to sit there in fear, come out here and represent. You safe. It's a safe space.
Okay. Well, we don't know the specifics of it yet, but we will let you know. It's when the Knicks play them on February 19th, though, at the Garden, and we believe it'll be somewhere in the vicinity of Madison Square Garden.
Exactly.
So
slowing down. The only thing that can slow down my sunburn is having to be here and be responsible for a watch party.
That's it.
Otherwise, I'll be getting toasted buns.
Apparently,
it's not like going on. It's not like
you want your $1 back.
Yeah, no, because I know I'm gonna say something later, so I like to have a little surplus, a little credit.
Well,
but they did win though.
$2. Tom, you going to be the arbiter of this? How much?
Yeah, I can be an arbiter. We'll start light, and then I think the fines can go higher and higher.
When it becomes clear that he does not care about the level of fine, that he doesn't care that it's $1,
that means we just raise it to like $5.
Exactly.
You know what's crazy? Like, we used to have a fine jar for, like, guys and late and stuff like that with the team.
Yep.
At the end of the year, we take it out.
Use it on?
Go to strip club.
I don't think ESPN will fund that activity.
Well, they won't be funding it. Bart will be. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. Mike Tannenbaum next.
25th ranked St. John's looks to make it 7 in a row when they host Butler at MSG. Coverage begins today at 6:40 on the ESPN New York app.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Calling all Hoops fans. Get off the bench and onto the court for another exciting basketball season with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
To the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Did you say someone got shot?
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest. We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U, coming soon.
Do you know what to do if you're stuck on the railroad crossing? Get out of your vehicle. If a train is not approaching, find the blue and white emergency notification system sign on the traffic signs at the crossing. For help, call the number on the sign and give them the crossing number so they know your location and can alert train traffic. Remember, find the blue and white to save your life. For more information, visit oli.org.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
and never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
He is at the Senior Bowl. He will do an outstanding job in the evaluation over the next several weeks leading up to the NFL draft, where he does a great job on the ESPN radio coverage of the NFL draft all 3 days. He, of course, is Mike Tannenbaum, ESPN NFL front office insider, who joins us from Mobile, Alabama. Mike, it's Chris and Bart, as usual. We appreciate the time. And we're all just a little bit befuddled right now by what's going on with the Jets and their staff. Take us through from an executive's position. Is this all a little bit late to be happening with what we saw yesterday, separating from Tanner Eggstrand, and then you have 7 coaches that you're moving on from now, a few weeks now after the season?
Yep, good to be with you, and good to be your ESPN radio draft teammate, and same with you, Bart. Always great to be doing those shows with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Look, I think the only thing you can do right now if you're a Jets fan is say it's a bit of incomplete, and I've been part of searches for a long time. They never, ever, ever go in a straight line as much as you hope or expect or think they will. You get interested in somebody gets interested in you, somebody drops out. There's just a lot of moving parts typically, what happens. So I know there's a lot of questions right now. I just don't know until all the dust settles and, Coach Glenn sitting at, fill in the blank at the combine or whatever, do you get a sense of like, okay, this is, how it turned out. And by the way, like part of it too is like, college coaches sometimes want to stay through recruiting or whatever. Like you just really don't know what they're, necessarily dealing with.
Now, as a executive, let me know what's the form of thinking when a coach fires all his staff and a lot of his staff. How much leeway does he have the following year? You know how it is. Like when you give somebody money rolled up into their contract, that usually means that the next year they're on the way out. Is this any kind of indication that if it doesn't go well, the second year that potentially Aaron Glenn could be going after the second year?
Yeah, well, you certainly hope that's not the case. Again, you got to see how it, plays out, obviously. It just, he obviously wanted to make changes. He had the support of ownership to do that. And, every year is important in the NFL, right? Look at Pete Carroll. Like if three of us sat here a year ago, there's no way we'd think he would be one and done. I thought they were going to make the playoffs with, Ashton Genty and Geno Smith. So every year is important. So I'm sure like this staff, like these decisions are going to be really important for Aaron Glenn.
How does it work? Because I find it interesting and trying to figure out. I never really asked this question before. How does it work as far as when a coaching staff gets fired? Are their contracts void right there, or do they sign a contract for the length of what the head coach signed for? And if so, how much money does owners look when you're paying a group of 7 or 9 for not working?
Yeah, so typically, you don't necessarily get the same length as the head coach, but in year one, typically those guys come in with 2 to 3 year deals, and then, everything gets, evaluated after that. So it's not usually, Bart. Again, every situation could be a little bit different, but typically you're not going to have the assistants on the same length as, the head coach.
Mike Tannenbaum with us, ESPN NFL front office insider. Mike, I'm wondering, I look around right now and I see the last 3 jobs open are Arizona, the Raiders, and
Cleveland.
Cleveland, thank you. And
Cleveland just announced within the last 30 seconds that they hired Todd Monken.
Oh, really? Well, that's obvious. Look at Mike breaking news on the show. Outstanding work, Mike.
Give him the sounder then.
That's a well-done situation there, my friend.
Can I leave? Could it drop?
So what?
There's nothing else I'm going to say that's going to be better than that in the next 8 minutes.
Yeah. So what does that mean for now the Giants here? That was their offensive coordinator. Oh man, this is the butterfly effect. But Mike, kind of to what you're seeing down there, and I love Senior Bowl because that's when a lot of deals happen. It's like when it's a lot of fired coaches are down there and they're mixing and guys get hired down there as well. Who stood out to you after the first day of practice, and how many of those guys at the Senior Bowl do you see as legitimate first-round draft picks and difference makers?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. There could be a couple. Unfortunately, I think the headlines that came out the first day were, the people that didn't show up. Ruben Bain, Akeem Messidor, amongst others. But just for our market, I thought from the quarterback position, Cole Payton caught my eye. He's 6'3", 233 pounds, North Dakota State. Had a good year, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 71% lefty. But I like the way he threw the ball. I thought the ball came off his hands really smoothly. So, more to come on him over the next couple of days. But Garrett Nussmeier was a little bit small. I thought Diego Pavia was a little bit small, but he threw it well. So, again, it was first day, very initial early impressions.
Just back to what I was asking before, basically teams having to deal with a perception problem. Those three teams in particular had a perception problem as maybe these aren't the best jobs out there, whether it's ownership, whether it's whatever. The Jets, in trying to find a coordinator, might be having a perception problem right now where guys could look at it and say, Aaron Glenn might be in some trouble a year from now. How do you fight against that when you're an executive going out and trying to hire a coaching staff?
Yeah, I've talked to coaches about this for the better part of 2 decades. And here's what I would say about that. And ironically, what I'm about to say, I think the Bills were an exception, but typically jobs don't open with tons of cap space, with, a franchise quarterback and loaded with young players. The job is, you got to fix something, right? That's, that's why the job is available. And I'm always hey, go take it and make the most of it. If we went back 2 years ago, guys, everything that you just said, you could have copy and pasted about Tampa Bay. Why would an offensive coordinator go there? Todd Bowles is day-to-day, month-to-month. Dave Canales goes down there, does a nice job, and Dave Canales is now an NFL head coach. He bet on himself. And I just know firsthand, guys, that in 1996, the New York Jets spent more money than any team in the league, and they won 1 game. And we got hired, Coach Parcells, Coach Belichick, and we came in year 1, we won 9 games. And next year, we went to the AFC Championship game. And everyone's like, oh, this is going to take a decade to get out from under all these bad contracts. There's no talent. So in the formative years of my career, I saw firsthand that when you bring in great coaching in what should be 2 Hall of Famers in Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells, you could see a quick transformation. Mike, I got to go there next. I mean, when you saw the news that Belichick was not a first ballot Hall of Famer, what was your reaction? Yeah, guys, look, I'm biased. He hired me twice. He changed my career and life forever. So I'm biased. But here's what I would say, and you guys are in the same line of work, we're all accountable, right? If your ratings aren't good, you guys are going to be fired. If my drafts weren't good, I was going to be fired, right? And to me, just let's be accountable. Who were the people that voted against them? Let's just, I don't know, we live and work, let's comport ourselves consistently. Who voted against them? It's the most crazy thing. Bill Polian. Arguably is the greatest coach ever. Period. End of story. There are hard and complicated arguments. That's what makes fun so sports. This is a really easy one. It's just bizarre as to why are we even having a discussion about this? And not only having a discussion, it's not 1 or 2 people. It's 10 people that needed to not vote this way. And this is what I do not understand about it. Yeah. I why don't we know who it is? That's my question. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk more about that with one of the guys that does vote, and I think he still does, but Gary Myers is going to join us in a few minutes. Mike, we appreciate it. Enjoy Mobile this week. Has anybody ever actually enjoyed Mobile? Yeah, man. It's a hell of a Hooters down there, and it's a Ritz-Carlton. All right, so Mike. It's a Ruth Chris. Mike, hit the Hooters and the Ruth Chris. I will say this: if you love football and you love the draft, it's actually a great experience. Like you're put on ESPN today, ESPN2 at 2:30 today. You are right there. It's phenomenal. It's a very cool thing.
All right.
You always tell when you get on this 4-seater JetBlue plane and you got all these wide backs there. You're like, man, hold up, man. Am I safe? It's too much body weight and too much creatine on this damn plane.
If I can see the pilot, that's a problem. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have you ever been on one of those planes where you can actually see the cockpit and, like, all of a sudden a red light starts flashing? What the hell's going on?
Hell no. You better close that door.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday. One last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite or riding with the underdog or maybe building one last same-game parlay, make it count, all right? Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football will be officially done after this game. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with the gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE 467-369.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Who's ready to hit the ice? Get ready for another exciting hockey season with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss any of the action on the ice by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards may vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing! And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing! Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing!
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you should go. You should subscribe. You should be watching the show. You should leave comments. We will get them in throughout the course of the show, a chance for you to be a part of the show. And, of course, at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. So there was a lot of outrage last night, and I understand why, about Bill Belichick not being a first-ballot Hall of Famer. The story got out there. It was leaked out. It wasn't going to get announced until sometime next week. It's not supposed to officially, but the story was broken last night that, in fact, Bill Belichick was not voted in to the Hall of Fame, and, chaos ensued. Gary Myers joins us right now. You know him, of course, the legendary NFL columnist, and here on ESPN New York every Saturday with the show's big-time guests all the time. Gary, it's Chris and Bart. How you doing?
What's happening today, fellas?
Well, quite a bit, as it turns out. So, Gary, first of all, just how long have you been a Hall of Fame voter, and you were involved in this particular process, correct?
Yeah, I've been a Hall of Fame voter since 2010, and yeah, I was there for every last excruciating minute of our 8-hour meeting a couple of weeks ago.
All right, so lay out the process for me here, Gary. First of all, not looking for names yet, but we'll get into that discussion later. Who is it on this 50-person committee that votes? Is it all writers? Is it executives? Who's involved in this?
Chris, it's about, out of the 50, I'd say it's like 43 members of the media. Then you have Polian and Dungy, James Lofton, Dan Fouts, Hall of Famers, a guy from NFL Films was added to the committee this year. We have Joel Bussert, who is in the personnel department, recently retired at the NFL office, who is very well respected. But it's probably like 80%, people like myself who've covered the league for a long time, either for newspapers, websites, or TV, radio.
And to get in this instance, you need what to be voted in?
Okay, so there's 3 separate categories: the modern era candidates, actually 4: coaches, contributors, and seniors. We vote the modern era list down to 15. The subcommittees for the seniors, the coach, and the contributors, they present one contributor, who is Robert Kraft this year, one coach, who is Belichick, and 3 seniors. This year it was Kenny Anderson, Roger Craig, and L.C. Greenwood. And so the votes are separate. The modern era candidates, once we have the 15, that's who we discussed in our meeting, which was 2 weeks ago. We voted from 15 to 10, and this is with a lot of discussion on each candidate. We voted from 15 to 10, then 10 to 7, and then from 7 to 5. And whoever gets 80% gets in. Now, that's a big change that they made last year, because we used to vote it from 15 to 10 to 5, and then you just voted yes or no on each of the 5, and if you got 80%, you got in. Now they've made it much harder, because the 7 are competing for 5 votes. And in the past, we always used to get 5 modern era candidates in every year. Because of the new rules last year, we only got 3, because they were knocking each other off in the voting. In the other category, they have the coach, the contributor, and the 3 seniors. So of those 5, we're told we can vote for 3, and whoever gets 80% gets in. In the past, we used to vote on them individually. 80% yes, you're in. 21% no, you're out. Now we have those 5 from 3 distinct categories competing with each other for 3 spots. I am totally against the new voting procedures that they brought in last year. They did it to make it harder. I think it's because Deion Sanders complained a few years ago that it was too easy to get in the hall, to the point that he wanted a separate floor in the hall for the elite players, which he conveniently included himself in, and everybody else should be downstairs. It's just my feeling that the NFL heard, not the NFL, it's the Hall of Fame, which is separate from the NFL.
Sure, so you
the
take
Hall
it.
of Fame heard the, sure, they heard the complaints and they changed the rules.
So they
I'm
take
sorry,
it. No, that's on me. I jumped the gun. So they take it out on the greatest coach ever. that's making it hard for him to get in. Like when you guys come back. I'm saying when
Bart,
you.
let me just Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying when you guys come back and the results are tallied, do you guys look at each other like, hold up, he didn't get in? Or is every vote anonymous and nobody actually knows who did or didn't vote for somebody? And why wouldn't the public be able to know?
Well, here's how it works. It's a private ballot. We do it on, because the meeting's on Zoom. They send us an electronic ballot and we send it back. And they don't. The only thing that we know is when we voted from 15 down to 10, we obviously know who the 10 are, so we know who the 5 who got eliminated. And we voted from 10 to 7, we know who number 8, 9, and 10 was because they're not in the final 7. After that, they don't tell us anything. So last year, and this is the truth, I didn't know who got in until I was watching NFL Honors because they didn't tell us. This year, they said they're going to tell us a couple hours ahead of time. So we finished up that meeting on January 13th. And honest to God, I still don't know who the minor era candidates are. I don't know which seniors got in or if Robert Kraft got in. The only way we can find out is if we sign an NDA. And I actually read the thing, and I wasn't about to sign that thing. It was basically signing over your house. Got caught telling somebody. I'm all for being transparent. But because it's not a requirement, I don't have a problem with anybody who doesn't want to reveal their vote. Because they went into the whole thing thinking it was anonymous, not anonymous, but it's just a secret ballot. You can't change the rules in the middle of the game. If they bring it up to us in a couple of weeks and saying, we're going to reveal the votes, if you have a problem with it, you have a choice whether you want to stay in the committee or not, but this is what we're doing. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. It's just, it's like a witch hunt now to try to find at least 11 who voted against Belichick, and I just think that's wrong.
Gary Myers is with us, legendary columnist, Hall of Fame voter. Here's my issue there, though, Gary. I don't think it's a witch hunt so much as I think people are just looking for an explanation. Like how does something like this happen when there have been controversial ones before, Gary? In talking to other voters, how does something like this actually happen when we all know this is a no-brainer?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm saying witch hunt, it's just a witch hunt to try to find out who the 11 voters were. I
understand that.
Maybe that might even be the wrong word.
But it's a different discussion. We'll have it in a minute. But how did we get here is my point, first of all.
Yeah, Chris, I don't think it takes a lot of connecting the dots here to figure out why he didn't get in. It's not based on his record. I mean, how can we possibly keep out a guy who went to 9 Super Bowls and won 6 as a head coach and also won 2 as a defensive coordinator for the Giants? I mean, you can't keep anybody out on the first ballot based on that. It was obviously, and if nobody else wants to say it, I'll be happy to say it. It's because of Spygate.
Okay.
It's because Bill was a jerk to the media all those years. Now, I don't know that anybody voted against him for that, but and you're not supposed to consider that at all. But Bill was very disrespectful and condescending to the media all those years, and it would never affect how I vote because I like to think I have some integrity here, but when you're sitting with your computer and you got to put check marks next to names, nobody's asking you why. You just do what you want. And maybe they would vote differently if they knew that there was going to be transparency on it. But I'm not going to name names of anybody in the room because that would be violating.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, but
right. But I can tell you the theme in the room. If I was certain Belichick got in, and I'm still blown away that he didn't. But I know there are people in the room. I know of some people in the room that there was no way they voted for him based on what they were saying in the meeting, and it was basically because of Spygate. And that shouldn't surprise anybody that was a part of the discussion. I'm just surprised that people were still holding it against him. And I was as critical of Belichick in the Daily News when I was writing for the paper. I was as critical as anybody during the whole Spygate thing. I mean, I tattooed Belichick in the paper twice a week because I thought what he did was really wrong. He cheated the game. But I'm not holding it against him all these years later, and especially because he achieved so much even after that.
Well, what would be ironic is if Kraft gets in, because I think he should have to wear the same scarlet letter that Bill had to wear, and also so should Tom Brady. If we're going to go by that principle, it should be the same way then. because I think that Deflategate is Tom Brady's more his responsibility. So when that same energy come up, Tom Brady shouldn't get in first ballot either if we're going by that philosophy.
Well, I agree with about half of this. I don't think Kraft knew about Spygate.
He's the owner.
And I don't think he knew. I know, but I just don't think he knew about it.
But parents get charged with what their kids do.
I know. I mean, he's ultimately responsible. He owns the team. But if the coach is doing this stuff and the owner is, I mean, Kraft is not there every day. He's got other businesses. Belichick certainly wasn't confiding in him that he was doing it. And I truly believe, I know Kraft really well, and I've had long talks with him about this. I truly believe he didn't know, and he certainly had no idea about what was going on with the footballs, if anything was going on with the footballs, because I think that whole thing was a bunch of nonsense. Belichick certainly, I believe Belichick, he had no idea if Tom was doing anything with the footballs. But Bart, you bring up a really good point, because somebody said in the middle of the Belichick conversation, oh, we're going to be having the same conversation when Brady's eligible in 2 years.
Yep.
All right, so
I'll be very interested in that one.
Yeah, it's Gary Myers is with us, Hall of Fame voter. Here's my other issue here. So we're going to punish him twice because he did get punished before for it, and we're so far above and beyond. Like Gary, to me, listen, I hated it too. I was as critical as could be, just like you doing shows at the time. And it's wrong, but he got punished for it, and the Patriots got punished for it at the time. Brady was wrong. He got punished for it. And the league actually punished the guy who was the face of the league. That could not have been easy to do, to openly have a war with Tom Brady at the time. So I guess my thing is, like, they have achieved so much. What is the point of all this? Because for me, I've always wondered about this. I know that I don't know if this is still run the same way, but when you'd have particular guys who were up, somebody from that market, and I know you've done this too, is kind of the presenter for that particular player or for that particular person. How does that work right now? Because, Gary, it does feel like there are times where we get so much later in this process for some guys, it's like, I really got to fight to get this guy in. You know what? Other people are going to vote for Bill this year. I'm going to get L.C. Greenwood in this time instead. You know, I'm going to use my vote for him because I think he really deserves to be there. Is that something that happens among voters?
Well, I actually heard Sal Palantonio say that this morning on Get Up, that, and he was just surmising this because I don't think he knew anybody specifically, but he was saying that, did somebody look at Belichick say, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, he'll get in next year, but there's maybe somebody else I can vote for this year that won't come back. I mean, it's hard to be one of the three seniors. All these guys were the first time they were ever voted on by the entire committee, and who knows if they don't get in if they get back to this point next year. So is it possible someone says this could be L.C. Greenwood's only chance here, but Belichick will have other opportunities? I guess that's possible. I just don't have the answer. But, Chris, I got a question for you. If you say Belichick, and I'm not playing devil's advocate here, I'm just curious what your answer is going to be. If you say Belichick has been punished already, and now he's being punished again, kind of like double jeopardy, and maybe the same thing, I can't see Brady not getting on the first ballot. Let's just leave it to Belichick. How do you feel about what they're doing in baseball? Alex Rodriguez got suspended for a year.
Listen, Garrett.
And
but at this point, at this point, I would have understood a little bit at the beginning with baseball just because of how widespread that whole thing was. If people delayed for a couple of people, but Alex should be in. These guys were the greatest players that we have seen, and yes, we understand what comes with it. But again, above and beyond, like I think all of us, if people are operating under the assumption that Bonds didn't start really doing anything illegal until after the McGuire stuff, Bonds was a Hall of Fame player before that. You know, like it just took it to a whole nother level. So for me, yes, you tell the whole story, Gary, I guess is my point. If you want to put it on their plaque and lay out the entirety of the story, I'm good with that. But it doesn't take away to their level of greatness to get to where they were when they already have paid substantial penalties for that. I don't know if you can argue that Belichick played his substantial penalty when it was a $500,000 fine, but still, in the draft.
He should have been. I can tell you this, that I talked to Goodell about 2 weeks after he handed out the punishment, and I said to him, Roger, I can't believe he didn't suspend Belichick for a couple of games. And he said to me, and I've written this in a couple of my books, he said to me that, I remember this specifically, it was like a Thursday night where they announced the punishment, and he told Belichick what he was going to do, but he also wanted him at his Friday morning press conference to publicly apologize to the league, to the other teams, to fans, etc., for cheating. And Belichick promised him he would apologize. So what happens at the Friday morning press conference? Bills always have gone as, we're on to San Diego, we're on to San Diego, which preceded the we're on to Cincinnati, which came a couple of years later. And he apologized to the Patriots, and that was about it. And so Roger told me 2 weeks later, when I asked him why he didn't suspend him, he said, I wish I had, because he promised me and he lied to me about apologizing. And if I knew that was going to happen, I would have suspended him. So
I can't believe Belichick is the one that's uniting a lot of people right now.
Right. I can't stand Bill.
And, I think part of the reason that Goodell came down so hard on Belichick, on Brady, is because a lot of the owners felt he let Belichick off the hook.
Yeah.
And it was a makeup call to the other owners. Okay, you think I was light on the Patriots? I'm going to sit the face of the league down for 4 games, and we're going to court if we have to, which they did, and they ultimately won.
See, Gary, it's funny. Years later, I talked to somebody in the league office involved in that at the time, and I asked this question. If Brady had just said, listen, the guys on the equipment staff know that I like it at the lowest legal limit, and if it sunk below that, it's my fault. If he had just said that at the press conference, he would have gotten a $25,000 fine, and that would have been it. But because he was combined with that he was so vehement about having not done anything wrong that they had to push it.
You sound like
I have one. I want to tell you one other story here, because this. So I've been friendly with Kraft since he bought the team. So I'm sitting in his office, probably in the summer of 15. So the game against the Colts, the whole Deflategate game, was in January 15 in the AFC Championship game. And so I'm sitting in his office, and I say to him, what really happened with Brady? I mean, you really believe him? And he said to me, the morning after the game, he was sitting exactly where you're sitting. And I said to him, Tom, listen to me. Just tell me what happened. If you did anything wrong, I will get on the phone with the commissioner, and we'll make this go away by tomorrow. We don't want this hanging over our heads going into the Super Bowl. That's when they were going to play Seattle. And he said that Brady looked him in the eye. And, when Brady, that's how, one thing I really like about Tom is when he talks to you, he's not looking over your shoulder to see who's more important. He looks you in the eye when he talks to you. And he said, he looked me in the eye and he says, I swear on the life of my children, I know nothing about this.
Wow.
So you tell me whether Kraft should have believed somebody that he loves so much that he literally considers him to be his 5th son.
No, I know, but even if he had just kind of capitulated to this is what the guys know I like it this way. It just would have gone away. It was so easy to go away.
Well, maybe he. I mean, his press conference a couple of days later, I think he talked about how every quarterback likes the ball different.
Yeah.
He just doesn't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to admit to something that he felt he didn't do.
All right,
it takes a lot to be able to lie to yourself, man.
My last one here, Gary, is, to me, the committee should be public as to who's voting in this thing. And listen, changing it in the middle, I understand that, okay? But I guess if we're going to talk about those guys getting kind of abused for the vote, the guy who didn't vote for Jeter the one year when he didn't get in unanimously, he caught all that heat on social media. I get it. Voters catch heat for this. But, I mean, it's nothing compared to what players catch each and every day and coaches catch each and every day publicly. So I guess my thing is I just want an explanation. So if you're going to catch heat on social for it, all right, I get it. Tune it out for a few days. It'll be over. That's kind of my feeling, but I just feel like this is something that at least the people who are up for it deserve to know why this happened.
I agree with you. And I can say that if I was still writing for the Daily News, and if I voted against Belichick, which I didn't, I voted for him. But if I voted against Belichick, I would have had no problem writing a column in the paper explaining why I voted how I did.
Are voters allowed to let you know what they voted for and what they didn't before it comes out in a couple of weeks, or do they have to wait until after and then say,
well, they ask us not to. They ask us to keep that to ourselves because they don't want to.
But after the fact, can you do that? Like after the NFL honors?
You can do anything you want.
Okay.
But the point I was going to make is now that I'm not writing for the Daily News, and if I voted against Belichick, I honestly, and I'm a transparent person, I'm just not sure I would subject myself to the abuse that I would get by going public with it on Twitter, even if I felt in my heart I voted for all the right reasons, that I had no agenda and I wasn't out to get Bill, but I really believed that what he did should deprive him of at least being honored. And it is an honor to get it on the first time. After you're in the Hall of Fame, it doesn't make a difference anymore, but it is prestigious to go in on the first time. If I felt he needed to be punished for a year, like I'm sure some of these voters, that's why they didn't vote for him. I'm just not sure. The environment on Twitter now is so toxic that I put out there last night that I voted for him, and people would just use that as an opportunity to rip the rest of the committee. It wasn't anybody saying, a couple of people said, thanks for putting it out there. But 95% of the comments is, the rest of the committee are a bunch of idiots. So I can only imagine what they would have been saying to me if I was honest enough that I didn't vote for him if I put that on Twitter. Why would you want to do that for yourself in the atmosphere and the environment that exists now with people feeling they can say anything to you at any time? It's not real comfortable anymore. It was bad enough before Twitter, just getting emails and comments at the end of my column that was on the website. I mean, some of them were just disgraceful. But now everybody's got a voice, and they're not afraid to use it.
Gary, the Saturday Huddle this week, big show. You have any guests you want to promote quite yet? I know you're working on some things, but anything you want to get out there quite yet, or are we going to wait until later in the week?
Well, I do have one that I taped the other day that I'm really excited for everybody to listen to. I had a great conversation with Andy Reid, who was John Harbaugh's boss in Philadelphia for a bunch of years, and he was somebody that John relied on after he got fired in Baltimore. And Andy said, change can be good, and John said that a couple of times at his press conference. So Andy's going to explain what he said to John and how he thinks he's going to do in New York. And I'm trying for a couple other big ones. I don't want to promote it until I have confirmation on it, but
Andy Reid's a pretty big one.
Listens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Chris, I worked on that one for 3 weeks.
Well, listen, it'll be a good show.
He was on vacation for a couple of weeks, so I had a hard time getting him, but I finally did.
Well, you've had big names each and every week. Gary, we appreciate it. Thanks for bringing us inside the process.
Okay. Take care, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yep. Gary Myers. Saturday Huddle this week, noon on Saturday, and he has had big-time names on each and every week. Listen.
I think I got a kidney stone.
What's the matter? You're hurting?
Bad news. Bad news.
We'll tell you what it is next. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Well, see you later. Bart and Carlin, ESPN. You ever see that meme from Dumb and Dumber? Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. That's what this feels like right now on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Oh, my God. So here it is.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The Jets are hiring former Dolphins pass game coordinator Brian Duker? Duker, D-U-K-E-R?
It doesn't matter what your name is. Are you freaking kidding me, man?
Allow me to finish the story.
Duker.
This is from Adam Schefter. Duker has no play calling experience.
Oh, great.
So I would expect Aaron Glenn to call the plays on defense. He knows Duker from their Detroit days, so there should be a comfort level. This is from Rich. That is from Rich Cimini. Also from Rich, Duker did not interview until yesterday, parentheses, virtually. He was the 9th known candidate to interview for the job.
Tell me this. Who else in the world, I'm talking college and high school, interviewed Ducker? College or high school?
Oh, my God.
What's the league that Anthony Beck does?
Can't wait. The news just keeps flying. I have to let it fly right now. We can talk about both of these, okay?
Don't tell me they just hired an offense.
No, this is NBA.
Ooh.
This is NBA. This is from Shams moments ago.
LeBron been point shaving for 20 years?
Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo is ready for a new home at the February 5th NBA trade deadline or in the offseason as several rival teams make aggressive offers to the Bucks for him, and the franchise is starting to listen, according to league sources.
What's our boss name?
Craig Karmazin.
I told you, Craig. I told you in the summer, Craig. I told you.
He's a minority owner with the Milwaukee Bucks as well. We'll get to that more on Giannis here in a bit, but it sounds like he's ready to move next week or in the offseason. In other words, if Giannis doesn't move by next week, you have seen the last of him for this season. You can guarantee that.
Yeah.
That aside, let's talk about the Jet thing first.
Man.
I have to say, with the Jets ending up with Brian Duker, somebody that did not interview until yesterday and did so virtually, this feels like the couple that were friends back in the day, and they say, listen, if neither one of us is married in 25 years, let's get married. That's what this feels like with Aaron Glenn and Brian Duker, who apparently worked on his staff in Detroit.
Come on.
So this clearly means, to me, that Aaron Glenn is going to call the plays.
No Anthony Weaver. Monken just took the Cleveland Browns job. That means that Jim Schwartz is probably somewhere pissed off that he got overlooked by Todd Monken, a fellow coordinator who he can say who ass he kicked in the division. You got Jim Schwartz sitting out there just waiting. You got Anthony Weaver, Jim Leonard, hell, Jim O'Neal, Wink Martindale, Duker. I want to know how many other people did this man interview for a job for? For any job. Not just the court, any job. Come on, man. This the big news, Diana?
That can't be the plan.
Come on.
I'm not going to blame Diana, but it was a very loaded tweet that she sent out yesterday.
She got my hopes all up, man.
The Jets have a plan. And they have a 45 – you get that clip from The Office, Michael Scott up on the stage. We've got a plan. It's a 45-day, 45-point plan.
Come on, man.
We're going to come back here in 45 minutes with the plan.
Come on, man. This what we doing?
Here's the thing. I don't want to laugh at this situation. I don't want to laugh at this situation. There are a lot of people that work for the Jets that I like and respect. Aaron Glenn being one of them. And I don't even know him personally at all. I want this to work so badly for these people, but for this fan base. But it's become so clear that the Jets had so many guys pass them over for this job that they went to their ultimate backup plan here, and it was the 9th different candidate. It doesn't mean it was the 9th guy to get offered the job. I want to be clear, it doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is even the guy that would not give a damn about legacy or any of that other crap gave a damn about not coming to the Jets and Wink Martindale.
Is this your backup plan?
Clearly.
Or is this in case of glass break?
That's what this was.
God.
That's Bart, you can't tell me when you interview 9 people
And
9.
And the person that interviewed yesterday virtually is the guy that just knocked your socks off.
Got it?
Come on, man.
Come on.
They might as well name, if Glenn was going to call plays, they might as well name me defensive coordinator, gave me some cheese on my taco. I would have shut up.
And then yesterday, Frank Reich, who looked like it was a very strong opportunity that was going to happen, now it seems to have ghosted the situation. Don't hear from him at all. Don't know what's going on there. Listen, again, I will say this. I will say this. If they go 1 for 2 in this situation, I'm okay with it. I would have argued that defense would have been offense would be more important, considering where they are right now. But if they end up with Frank Reich, okay, I can deal with that.
The number you called is not taking calls right now. That's what Frank put him on that message. Man, it just gets worse and worse. How much do they expect Jet fans to take? They got to be looking like, are you kidding me? We thought that the organization would be taken seriously if they got 2 great defensive coordinators. I mean, two great coordinators, and thought that, hey, maybe that means free agents, you don't have to pay them extra money to come because they may, respect your coordinators now. Wrong. I'm going to Buffalo.
David and Elizabeth, what's up, man?
Fellas. I'm not even going to get into the other stuff. We're going to get straight. Who is this guy? Booker. Bro, Glenn's got to go. Please, we need to start a petition. Fire the Peanut Chew. Peanut Chew Aaron Glenn head. Pause. He got to go, bro. He got to go. Like, Duker? Who is this guy? And then, bro, I'm about to put my head in a pile of snow. Pause. Like, bro, what are we doing, Bart? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Oh, my
Jim
God.
Schwartz.
Chef, what are we doing?
All right, here's the whole history. Prior to his stint in Miami, he spent the last 2 years as Miami's pass game coordinator and secondary coach. Prior to that, spent 3 seasons with Aaron Glenn, serving as DB's coach, safeties coach, and defensive assistant. Duker worked closely with Kirby Joseph, who became the first NFL rookie since 2005 to have blah, blah, blah.
Now we want now we want to give him credit for a good player that came in and played good. Come on, man.
He was a defensive intern with the Cleveland Browns in 2015. He was with the Ravens. He was with the Ravens for 3 years, from 2018 to 2020.
The years they sucked?
Did they suck those years?
I don't know. Their defense hasn't been good outside of Mike McDonald.
Anyway, yeah. I feel like we're a low-energy show right now, and I don't like that feeling. Ray, evaluate the energy of the show for me at the moment, because it feels like at every turn we're getting the air sucked out of us.
Yeah, you're getting the jet fuel sucked right out of you. There's no momentum.
Man.
I think, Bart, you got to cheer up. Talk about the Pistons.
Bart's an energy guy, and he's not. He's beaten down right now. And when your energy guy is beaten down, it's hard to recover.
Duker?
How about Cade Cunningham?
You know what? Here's your dollar back. Talk about the Pistons.
Why you sound like somebody off The Simpsons? Oh, no, Stewie. Here, take your caddy back. Go get you something nice. This is one butt cheek. Man, Diana, man. Why are they like this? What? Come on, man.
The perception is the problem of the organization, because the perception is the reality, and the reality of the organization is a problem.
I could have took Chris Harris. I would have said, all right, Chris, whatever. Chris Harris, whatever.
Like, why wouldn't you just make it Chris Harris at that point?
Duker? Man, they just giving defense coordinators jobs away. If they give them away, give me one. $1 million.
And that's cheap.
If they just giving them away like that,
that's cheap. $1 million is cheap.
This dude got just as much play call experience as me. Stuker.
This is what you've done to us. This is what the Jets have done to us. Just like Curb Your Enthusiasm, the Jets killed Carl and a little bit of the Knicks.
Listen, listen, let me tell you something. This how bad it is. They ain't even putting it on the ticker. This news has been announced for 12, 15 minutes. It ain't even hit the damn ticker. They like, man, no. This is not worthy of print news. What's the people that's in court? The stenographer.
The stenographer.
Yeah, the stenographer.
The stenographer.
The stenographer.
Stephanopoulos.
on all the threads. I mean, I'm not typing that.
You were the one in court yesterday, not us.
They like, I ain't typing this crap. Hey man, I'm good. Oh my God.
We're gonna go out there during this break, and we're gonna come back with a plan. We're gonna come back with a plan for you. It's a 45-day plan. 45 days to get us back on track. 45 points. It's a 45-day, 45-point, 1 point per day. We get to 45 points. We're back in business.
Yo, man, I haven't taken a drink in like a month, 6 weeks. I'm going to the bar on the way home. I'm day drinking.
You may have been on dry January, man. I've been on sopping wet January.
Come on, man. This can't be real life, man. I can't keep doing this to us. What more do you want from me?
Should we play the game next did this person interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator, and I'll just start reading names and you tell me whether or not they interviewed?
We should.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
25th ranked St. John's looks to make it 7 in a row when they host Butler at MSG. Coverage begins today at 6:40 on the ESPN New York app.
Calling all Hoops fans. Get off the bench and onto the court for another exciting basketball season with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play.
Rooting for your favorite players?
You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM.
Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win. So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then.
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Georgia Bart stepping up. Bang! Bang!
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Every Saturday, Rabbit Jack gives a Magic Molly Mall. Biggie's the only one. This makes me feel a little better. First start way back when I had to ride a right lumberjack with the hat to match.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. I should keep letting you go. I'm trying to pump you up here a little bit. You want to play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
Come on, perk it up. Let's go. Hit the music. Did they or did they not interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator? I will give you a name. You tell me if they interviewed or not to be the Jets defensive coordinator. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. For instance, if I asked you Wink Martindale, you would say?
Yes.
Yes. Well, no, you would actually, that's wrong. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. I thought the ding was on top. All right. So you'd be correct with that. All right. So, Bart, did Drew Petzing interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator? Drew Petzing.
I only know 3 people that interviewed, so I would say yes.
Drew Petzing is the new offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. He was the offensive coordinator in Arizona.
So he probably better equipped to be the defensive coordinator.
Did DeMarcus Covington interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator? DeMarcus Covington.
Nah.
He did. I don't know who he is.
Who the hell is
DeMarcus Covington?
Who is he?
I don't know. I don't. I just have the list of people that did it here, but I can tell you whether or not he did. Did Henry Padilla interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
Sounds about right.
I don't even know who Henry Padilla is. I completely made that name up. Bart, how about John Cocktoaston? Did John Cocktoaston?
Man, no, there's nobody named Cocktoaston.
That's right. Dump that. That's from the movie Fletched. Bart, did Ephraim Banda interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
I think I heard that name, yeah.
That is correct. Ephraim Banda did interview to be the Jets
Almost sounds like a made-up name. Almost sounds like a made-up name.
Did Michael Bluth interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator? Did Michael Bluth interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
I'm going to say no.
That's correct. He is from Arrested Development. Michael Bluth. Did Gaylord Fokker, Jets defensive coordinator?
Yes. You can milk anything.
No,
you can milk anything.
He did not.
Could you imagine if he was in there and he's like, yeah, you can milk anything. And Woody says, can you milk me? I have nipples.
Bart, did Brian Duker interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
No.
He is did
who is this guy? And then Brian, I thought he was gonna be a black guy. This dude looked like a Poindexter. Did you see the picture of this dude?
No.
Dude like a quality control. Pull up a picture of him.
Did Matthew Araujo interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
He's the assistant defensive coordinator. He's the linebackers coach, yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. That was for real?
He did interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator.
Who the hell is that? Oh, my God.
Did David Blow interview to be the Jets defensive coordinator?
Yes, he almost got the job if Duker didn't take it.
He is a former quarterback and offensive coordinator now, I believe, for Washington. David Blau. I should have asked for the drop before. There's a famous Don drop. Are you familiar with the work of David Blow?
David Blow. Is that a real name?
Yes, it's David Blau.
Wow.
It's pronounced David Blau.
Wow.
That's it, Bart. I can't even. I'll give you one last one.
Let's go to break, man.
You familiar with the work of David Blow?
Man, come on, man. This can't be real life, man. I'm in the Matrix.
Oh my Lord.
I'm in the Matrix, man. I'm in the freaking Matrix. I keep going back to Diana. She had me so excited. Oh my God.
The Jets have a plan.
What was that? Then I heard John Gruden news.
That they reached out to John Gruden, and it wasn't even he was going to interview or anything. It's just John Gruden had no interest. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. The Rangers visit the Islanders, 7 o'clock tonight. Coverage begins 6:30 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. At 7, St. John's hosting Butler. You can listen to coverage on the ESPN New York app. And at 7:30, the Knicks head north to face the Raptors. Coverage begins at 7 right here on 880 ESPN and on the ESPN New York app. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. D in Queens has been waiting a long time, and he is up on ESPN New York. D, thanks for your patience. How are you?
What's going on, fellas? Y'all are hilarious. You know, there's a few things going on with the Jets. We all agree that no one got better, right? And the offense sucked. So him firing his assistants, understandable. The timing is what makes it bad. It's not the fact that he fired them. They all deserve to be fired. As for the Belichick thing, listen, why is no one pointing the finger at Robert Kraft? Especially with Bill Belichick's girlfriend. That might have been one of his massage girls. They still have real beef. Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, that's not helpful. But
talking about the Epstein files?
Again, none of this is allegedly. Listen, I'm not going into any of your depositions, okay? I am staying on the outside of all of this. So, D, I'll hand over the tape of the phone call without a problem, and I'll say I know nothing about it. That's D's problem. That's D's problem. But having said that, of course, Robert Kraft should catch some of the heat on this.
Yeah, don't tell me like somebody that they work close hand to hand. Don't he have a book coming out where he eviscerating?
Well, he did in that 7-part Patriots series where he just destroyed Belichick. Basically made it sound like it was all Brady, no Belichick, up until they beat the Rams and limited the Rams to 3 points in that game a few years ago against McVay.
You know, Spike Lee probably working on a documentary with Bill right now as the rebuttal.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. What are the Jets doing? We'll talk. We'll discuss. We'll do all of these things to try to sort out things in moments. First, Bart has this from Samwell.
Real talk for a second, yeah.
What the hell have we been doing?
That'd be an understatement. If you're dealing with the back pain, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, and you're just trying to push through, I've been there. That's why I want to tell you guys all about Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. This is not a surgery place. I say that again. This is not a surgery place. This is a place that's not going to prescribe you a bunch of pills and call me later place either. Dr. J. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and focused on non-surgical image-guided treatments that actually fix the problem. No downtime, no scars, no long recovery. They got same-day or next-day appointments. Offices are in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Check them out today at SandwellPain.com. Stop dealing with pain and start doing something about it. I got a migraine.
All right. We'll get you some aspirin. We'll get you set up. It's okay. I'm going to come over there and give you a hug. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy in Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $179 for 33 months. Or buy with 0.9% APR financing for 72 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN379853 and MSRP $33,425. Zero security deposit. APR $14.27 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 2/2/26.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. And get this, if you're a new customer, all you have to do is bet $5, and you'll get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over. And football is officially done, so this is your last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Well, it's something, isn't it? It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be watching the show, where you should be commenting on the show. I haven't gotten enough of these comments into the show today, and I will do that here shortly on everything that has happened throughout the course of the show. There's a few things. We've got a little bit of news throughout the course of the show today. But first, I want to remind you that it's noon, which means what?
It's the sour hour. No candy for you.
Why me? Why don't I get any candy?
For everybody. It's bad.
Listen, I knew it was going to be the sour hour, and I know you're beaten up. Buck up, little camper. We've got an hour to go. I'm going to hug the life back into you if I have to do it. I know it's been a tough day.
You need to call Scarlett and tell them to send up some help.
There's only one way to get you back into it.
Buck me up. Shake it.
What did you say? What'd you say?
Say buck me back up.
Okay. I thought you said something else.
Yeah, I didn't know where that was for a
I
second.
thought you said something else.
Shake it.
Okay.
Sing it like a salt shaker. Sing it like a salt shaker.
All right, we got a few things that have happened during the course of the show. Number one, the Jets have hired a defensive coordinator.
Great.
Brian Duker.
Who?
Headlines are writing themselves right now. You know that.
Who?
Brian Duker is the pass game coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. He spent 3 years on the staff with Aaron Glenn in Detroit.
What?
And Coach DB's was a defensive assistant there.
Bro.
So he is now the Jets defensive coordinator.
I feel like Lil Jon. What?
This comes yesterday.
What?
This comes after yesterday. The Jets, of course, had moved on from seven assistants this weekend. They had already moved on from Steve Wilkes. And then yesterday, they moved on from Tanner Eggstrand, the offensive coordinator. So the Jets were coordinator-less at a time when all of these coaches are being hired and what seemed to be a virtual, well, I shouldn't say lock, but it was a degree of certainty to the hiring of Wink Martindale is out the window now, whether Wink said no, whether Aaron said, I might be calling some of the plays here and there, and Wink was like, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Wink is not the Jets defensive coordinator. Whether there was anything else going on there, who knows? Offensive coordinator, we know it's not going to be Todd Monken. We never thought it would be, but we thought the offensive coordinator for the Giants would be Todd Monken. He is now the new head coach for the Cleveland Browns. So the Giants have to go to option number 2 on offensive coordinator. We knew that was a possibility. There has been movement on the Giannis getting traded front, according to Shams in the last 35 minutes. Shams Charania reporting that Giannis is ready to find a new home, be it at the trade deadline or at the offseason.
Damn, Craig.
And that is next week. Craig, of course, is our boss, who is a partial owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. But Giannis is ready to move on. And what that means to me is if he gets traded by next week, he gets traded. And if he doesn't, you have not seen Giannis. You have seen Giannis play his last basketball of this season for sure, and certainly have seen him play his last basketball for the Milwaukee Bucks, which we have almost assuredly seen at this point.
If you trade for Giannis, do you get the Nassus as a +1?
Yeah. It's like.
Does he count like the practice squad?
No. Check the list. I have a +1. I have a +1.
I wonder if he counts like practice squad. You know what I mean? But he getting paid real money, like he can be on a practice squad and still get paid.
I don't know. They're going to send him back and forth to the G League. I don't know how that works with him.
I don't do road games like LeBron Jr.
Well, here's the point.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the Lakers trade LeBron's son to Utah.
Why don't we see the Lakers trade him for Thanasis? That would be funny. Listen, point being is, as we get back to the Jets, there does not Diana Rossini put out a tweet yesterday afternoon that has kind of rocked the Jets world after, and I don't think she meant to do this. She meant to do it in a somewhat supportive way based on her knowledge. And based on her knowledge, she said at the time of the firing of Tanner Eggstrander, when they moved on from him as the offensive coordinator, the Jets have a plan. She just put it that way. The Jets have a plan. Now, the problem is that nobody can believe in that. Nobody has any way to give the Jets the benefit of the doubt in any way. And when you hire Brian Duker, who they interviewed yesterday for the first time virtually to make him your defensive coordinator, it makes it look like you have settled on choice number 15 or number 9, whatever it actually is. Listen, I know you're bummed out. I need opinions. Bring it. Give it to me. Give me what you got, man. Give me something.
I just don't understand.
The red light's on. You got to show up.
I don't want to play. I want to take my ball and go home. Listen, I just don't know what.
Come on. Let's go. God, you smell delightful. Let's go.
Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig. I've been down before. That's right. Get up, Craig, and get knocked out like your daddy used to. I just don't understand what the hell is the rationale unless Glenn, even if Glenn was going to ultimately be the defensive coordinator, why not make Chris Harris that and then because you're still wasting a spot in a premium salary on a defensive coordinator that who knows what he's going to bring? What value does he bring to the team? You had opportunities even with Cleveland and what happened with Cleveland to say, let me see if I can take a swing at Jim Schwartz, one of the best coordinators of our generation. And that would have alleviated Glenn from having to do anything because we've seen Jim Schwartz work miracles. Even when he was in Detroit, the Detroit Lions still had a good defense, even though they didn't have a great defensive personnel. So I don't know what the plan is. I tell you what, I bet not hear nothing like some running backs coach or something crazy like that becoming the offensive coordinator. Then it's all to hell. And we all thought that, I thought when Norman, a.k.a. Boomer Esiason, said, Connor Hughes is getting good information, I thought him and his friendship with Frank Wright mean that we was getting Frank Wright. So if Glenn's going to be on the defensive side, and that's going to take a lot of his time, energy, coming up with the game plan, the third down, third and short, all that type of stuff, he's going to need somebody that he can totally give the offensive side of the ball the responsibility to, right? And listen, this ain't the plan I'm sure Diana Rossini thought that she would probably be reporting about the following day after she made that statement.
And I'm sure that she was kind of even in reference more to the offensive coordinator, which we have not heard the right.
John Gruden? Come on.
That came out shortly thereafter that they had reached out to him, and he politely said, no, thank you.
Bro, what is it called? Homophilia? What's the name?
What?
When you bias against people that's gay or,
Homophobia?
Yeah. We got turned down.
Where are we going with this?
We got turned down by by John Gruden. We know with what he was dealing with, his chances of getting back in the league is slim to nil. And he still was like, I'm good. Who hasn't turned us down?
Yeah. It's rough.
Who hasn't smacked us in the face? Man, you talk about brand. What I want to know is how does this affect you in free agency? Because all money ain't good money to people. So if players that are pending free agents see coaches dissing your job, what makes you think that players won't diss your job? Yeah, you'll get a couple players that'll say, man, you overpay me, I'll come. But man, how are you going to convince guys? Who's the guy that Alizoni or you got to get people like that. Right?
Anzalone, the guy who was a linebacker in Detroit.
Yeah, he's a free agent. He played underneath Glenn. Mm-hmm. The Lions probably are going to move on from him. He's a good linebacker. Do they bring him in, and then that means no Arvell Reese? Or do you bring Arvell Reese in and make Arvell Reese the Sam and make him the Will and play it? Outside of that, who's going to come? So how do you get better if free agents like, nah, man, hell no, I ain't going to the Jets.
No,
telling their agent, man, that's that's my last choice.
How much more are they going to pay me?
Right. It's because of this type of stuff.
Well, this is what bothers me. There doesn't ever seem to have been, and I get why, and I'll explain why in a second. There doesn't ever seem to have been any looking in the mirror from the owner down. And I don't want to put it all on Woody Johnson, but I have to put the majority of it there, primarily because in the offseason last year, they were voted, the worst organization by the Players Association with facilities and that kind of stuff, which if you've been over to the Jets,
I think
can't
it's
be
pretty
true.
nice. Yeah. The locker room was maybe dated because it was 2009.
But they did update the locker room, didn't they?
Yeah, I think this year.
They're in the midst of it?
No, I think this year.
They're doing it.
Like get the USB ports. I like my locker. I didn't like it was a locker. And what was it supposed to be? I wasn't supposed to have a full all-out vibrating massage chair that dueled as a lounge.
But the point is that he did address some of that, but then at the same time went and sued the Players Association or whatever, or whoever put that that survey out was going to sue him because of that.
Defamation of character?
My point is there is no genuine look in the mirror when it comes to the problem. It is point the finger when it comes to the problem. What do I have to do to fix this? And it's not talking to different hiring firms. It's not talking to people like that. It's really getting a clue as to why this is not working, because it's over a very consistent period of time now that it's not working. It's 15 years since you've been to the playoffs. 15 years since you've been to the playoffs.
We can't even talk about the Giants. And hey, man, what are they going to do at offensive coordinator? Because
Giants,
Harbaugh's not an offensive or defensive guy, so we can't even get to that because the Jets just keep one-upping it.
But the Giants got a little bit of a reprieve because they hired the guy who looks like the adult in the room.
Yeah.
Who looks like he knows what he's doing. And when I look at some of the comments here on the ESPN New York YouTube page, and I see things like Fourth Beer Truths, I want Salah back. HB Hall, the ship be sinking. This move is embarrassing. I see why people want Glenn fired. That's from too much sauce. Pause. Well, okay, good job.
What does Muji have to do with this type of stuff?
This one says, big ships be sinking, as opposed to big ships turn slow.
Big ships turn slow.
Big ships be sinking.
Where's Muji in this process?
Surprisingly well behind the scenes on all of it.
But ain't this Muji boy too, right? Didn't Muji come from Detroit?
Muji came from Denver. He was with Sean Payton.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're looking honestly at what Muji did since he's gotten here, you can at least look at it a little bit more positively than you have with Glenn until you know what the draft picks that are that he actually ends up using and how those picks all work out.
Yeah, maybe this is why Jim Leonard interviewing with the Chargers. Second request. Yeah, he be gone.
Jim Leonard's going to – I thought he was going to Buffalo.
Listen, if I got an opportunity to live in L.A. and be in that weather, Buffalo?
I know. What are some of the other comments coming in here?
Big ships be sinking. We need to coin that.
Salah was scapegoated by Rogers Media. No, that wasn't it. I mean, there are just so many people here who are upset with what's going on. No Wink, no Schwartz, no Morris. We want Duker.
No Weaver.
Like, there wasn't even a mention ever.
No Leonard.
Maybe Raheem Morris told him no, but there wasn't even a mention ever of Raheem Morris. There wasn't. The fact that Jim Schwartz did not get the Browns job, and you didn't try to get a guy who might be a little temperamental and want to actually prove a point to somebody else. Like, maybe, watch this. Maybe Jim Schwartz ends up going to Pittsburgh, someplace like that, to stick it to Cleveland because he didn't get the job. I don't know. But my point is simply,
we see all these super teams being made with it's like Doctor Strange.
And you're at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, but it's like all these super teams are being made with coaches now.
Yeah.
McDaniels and Harbaugh, right? And Dayball and Salah.
It's
Duker.
It's absolutely
Duker.
It's absolutely brutal. Let's get some calls in. Bottom of the hour. Am I the Nozzle? We've already played a version of did this person interview for the Jets defensive coordinator spot?
Am I donkey?
Since there were 9 of them.
My donkey from Streck. Just a big old ass.
James in Brooklyn has been waiting. He wants to get in on Belichick, too. James, what's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
Thank you for being patient, James. What's going on?
Yes. Y'all talk for a minute about the Belichick not getting in, but they penalizing him for all that stuff, the Spygate and all that stuff. But you talked a minute about baseball, and this has been a burning subject for a minute. They put Selig into the Hall of Fame with all the players that he governed over the steroid era.
Yep.
But yet they don't want to let the players in. How did they let Selig get voted into the Hall of Fame? And all these players, and what always amazed me about that era, Bond saw them players using steroids. So he said, I'm going to show you what being on steroids is. And you got to have talent. Just because you're taking the steroids doesn't mean that you're going to, be a superstar player. You got to have some talent.
James.
And the playing field was even. More than 50% of the players or more might have been on steroids.
James, you cannot tell the story of baseball without mentioning Barry Bonds. So it's laughable that, you talk about these and once again, you hear the same thing. Oh, he was mean to the media. And you hear the same thing about Belichick. He treated the media like crap. That's your personal feelings getting involved.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is keep that same energy when Tom Brady is up. Make sure that he don't get in first ballot too, so we can know just how biased y'all are. If y'all ain't gonna be biased, at least be consistent.
Listen, if you're gonna punish Belichick and make him wait a year for that, why wouldn't you punish Brady for the same thing? Why wouldn't you? I mean, and I'm not saying they should. If this is why Belichick didn't get in this time.
And Kraft.
Yeah. Everybody should be absolutely hit for that. How about Brian in Sleepy Hollow next on ESPN New York? Brian, what's going on, bud? You're next.
Speaking with the Patriots in general, something that I had noticed from the media that they never, brush over again is the whole, that Kraft is in the happy ending Hall of Fame. Nobody wants to talk about that anymore. Why is it? He's always such a nice guy. Jim Nantz.
Listen.
Oh, Bon Jovi's up in the booth. Look at them with Bon Jovi. It's like nobody ever. That's sex trafficking. It's messed up, man.
Yeah, we knew he was tripping. Ain't no Bentley supposed to be no strip mall.
Yeah, you're just gonna pull up to it. It's you never hear it talked about. Gary Myers is just like, oh, I'd spoken with Kraft and well, it's always like these. He's such a nice guy. He's so classy. Doesn't seem so to me. But Belichick, you reap what you sow. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. But I think that should go on his resume. That's fine. He doesn't get in first time. Cool.
Listen, Brian, I'm not saying I'm not cool with that. What I'm saying is keep that same energy when it comes to Tom Brady, because Bill Belichick gave you a frown and Belichick gave you a smile. It shouldn't be. That just lets me know that you're emotional because he was personally nice to you.
Too much also checking in. I feel like Christmas and you didn't get that gift you really wanted a PlayStation, got socks.
No. Remember back in the day you were the first PlayStation and you got the hand game that was black and white? Ding, 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 ding. And sometimes the screen turned green or get that little black mark on it and you can't see your
When I was a kid, we had the knockoff Atari, the Sears Atari.
What?
The Satari.
Instead of Pac-Man, we got Man.
Yeah.
It's just a man walking. He putting the pellets in the pocket.
Joe Elizabeth is next. ESPN New York. Joe, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, Bart and Carlin. Thanks for taking my call.
You got it, buddy.
I just wanted to ask you, as a fan of all the New York sports teams, with the Giants getting Harbaugh now, I mean, aside from them not having an OC yet, the Mets getting all their acquisitions, Bichette, Peralta, and then the Knicks, if they were to get Giannis before the trade deadline, I just wanted to ask whose playoff aspirations or expectations are the most highest?
Well, if the Knicks add Giannis, I mean, obviously theirs goes through the roof. Now, it also depends on this injury. The fact that we get this story,
lose a lot of people though.
I know, but the fact that we get this story today about Giannis, he's ready to move on now, meaning before the trade deadline or in the offseason, means to me this calf injury, not that serious. Like you're not going to see him play again. You don't want to mess around with it, obviously, because of what it could mean.
But if the Knicks do it and then he gets hurt or he can't play, man, it'd be so Knicksy.
But you trade him and he blows there's no need to rush him back. Put it that way.
He blows Achilles out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was told when I was, because they always thought I was going to tear my Achilles because most African Americans have flat feet, and we have high calves, which puts stress on your Achilles tendon.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get over 30, if you're African American, or not even African American, if you're black, African, whatever, all the same thing. Your percentages of tearing your calf, your Achilles, goes up like by 50% compared to other races because of our calf legs and how explosive we are jumping off the ground or running or pushing off. That's why you see most guys, Julio Jones. Well, Aaron's was different because his was under pressure, but Damon Woody, it was like a whole
happened at Durant.
Right, Durant. It was a whole run of great athletes tearing their Achilles. They all was over 30.
Listen, it's if you get Giannis, whether it's this year or next, the championship expectations go through the roof.
But I don't know if you have to give away so much. I don't know what's left for the Knicks. You're going to probably lose Carl and OG, maybe, or Carl and Bridges, and then you hope that maybe they throw in somebody to help you fill in a roster spot.
Are you really going to cry that much if you lose Bridges at this point?
Well, if you lose Carl and OG, then you don't have that big
Carl
wing
and OG
defender.
would hurt.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not going to deny that. You don't want to find yourself in a spot where you're giving away everything, and it's Giannis. You obviously want him here, but we've seen how important the depth factor is.
Right.
We've seen that.
Especially with a player that's going to come fill in that got a sore or been having an injury with his calves.
Yes. So, number one, if you get Giannis and you get him now, it's not because you're trying to win a championship this year. It's because you want to make sure you get him.
But that's crazy, though, because this is the year where they should be trying to win.
I agree.
No Tatum, no Halliburton.
But look at what's happened
you
this
see Halliburton put on 30 pounds?
But this is complete. He has?
He tired. He said he tired of being bullied. He was 180. Now he's
I thought you were saying he was eating.
No, 210. No, he bulked up. Like he said, he don't want to get pushed around no more.
Well, what I look at with the Knicks, though, at this point is why would I think right now they're going to win a championship when those might have been the expectations at the beginning of the season and it started to look good, but it's fallen apart.
Because the East is weak. Who's their competition? Boston, Detroit.
They won last night.
The Magic.
But they've
That's just because Mike Brown hates Doug Christie. He wants to fight him in the worst way, but anybody that's known Doug Christie over the years knows that he throw them thing and his wife crazy as hell too. You might get jumped.
Josh in Brooklyn next on ESPN New York. Josh, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. You?
I'm all right. Just, if you can give me a minute, because I kind of think you guys are being very overdramatic about this Jets hire.
Okay.
And it comes down to, I think this completely changes the way they're going to draft also. I don't think they're going to go linebacker. I think they may go more safety, maybe trade down and go more safety and bring more Detroit players like Angelone in as a linebacker. But I say that to say this because if they would have hired Martindale, right, and I think that was maybe your favorite pick, Carlin. If they were going to get Martindale, right, what's the difference of them hiring Martindale and then bringing this Duca guy in as a DB? It really falls down to more.
The difference is Wink Martindale is an established defensive coordinator in the league on good teams.
Right, but my thing is that Duca is not going to be calling the plays. It'll be Aaron Glenn. So it's all about, do you believe Aaron Glenn? Who do you think calls better, Aaron Glenn or Martindale?
Let's go over the career accomplishments as defense coordinator. I don't know if Aaron Glenn's ever coordinated a team that was in top 10 or even top 15. So
they were top 7. They were 7th in Detroit.
Seventh in what?
I think yards allowed.
That's not scoring. That's just one rank. It's like a 50 rankings. That's still seventh in one category. Don't mean nothing. And a lot of that was based on how great their offense was.
Right, but all I'm asking really is who do you? I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
I'm asking you who do you feel is the better play caller? because that's really all this comes down to. If the Duker guy is mainly the DB's coach and he oversaw the Brian Branch and the Kirby Josephs, I can understand why he brought him in.
Chris Harris is the defensive coach.
You asked him why wouldn't he just keep Chris Harris? What did Chris Harris? The defense sucked last year with Chris Harris as the I forgot what his role was, but the defense was garbage. So if he can bring in a guy that he knows and he knows how to develop, he can develop DBs.
All right. Josh, I let you go here. I'm going to read a tweet.
How was Miami's? All
right, Josh, I'm going to read you a tweet here that's going to sum this whole thing up, okay? This is from Zach Rosenblatt in the last hour. So to recap, the Jets announced on January 16th that they had conducted 8 interviews virtually with defensive coordinator candidates. Brian Duker was not among them. Over the next 1 to 2 weeks, they conducted enough in-person interviews to satisfy the Rooney Rule. On January 27th, yesterday, they interviewed Duker for the first time virtually. Today, they hired him. You're saying all these things, and we understand that we have to let this play out and see what happens, but this was not the plan, clearly.
And if Aaron Glenn is going to be calling the plays, can he call the plays and still be a head coach? It's hard to do what Sean McVay does. It's hard to do what Todd Bowles does. It's hard because it takes so much of you to be a position coach. It doesn't allow you to be a head coach.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can leave your comments. We'll get more of them in through the course of the show. Am I the nozzle? We answer that question next.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
New year, new season, same goal. Feel good and stay in the game. But if neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica is holding you back, it's time to handle it. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm telling you to call Dr. J. Shaw at Soundwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he specializes in getting people back to living pain-free. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that work. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Stop playing through pain. Go to SoundwellPain.com. Relief starts today.
Who's ready to hit the ice? Get ready for another exciting hockey season with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss any of the action on the ice by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards may vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
I will always be there for you. Always. Came over, I hugged you. Listen, I don't think it's an accident that when I hugged you, you perked right up.
Yeah. I can feel the love. Man, look at Josh, Mike McDaniel, man, with that $20,000 Bottega.
All right, so Mike McDaniel was at his press conference yesterday wearing a ridiculous jacket.
Yeah,
and
leather, but
it's a $20,000 jacket?
Maybe even 30. But
really?
Bottega Veneta?
I don't know.
I'll tell you exactly how much it costs. Because the pants, the leather pants itself, the pants, if you get the leather pants, that's $11,000.
Was he wearing the suit? The full-on matching set?
No, that would be absurd.
I love the fact that, like, just out of nowhere, like, you've got the matching sweatsuit today that is just beautiful top to bottom. But if he was wearing a matching suit, that would be absurd. He would look like Eddie Murphy back in the day if that was the case.
Eddie Murphy Raw?
With the red suit. You know, this is not a red suit. This is like a black leather suit.
Eddie. Remember? Delirious.
Oh, that was from Delirious. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, we told her to go back.
I haven't watched that entire.
You treat me like animal, Eddie.
I have not watched the entire Eddie documentary yet. I need to finish it up.
Oh, that's good.
I need to finish it up. I will this week.
Oh, that's money in the bank right there, baby.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776 on the ESPN New York YouTube page. We haven't done it in a while, but it's time to do it. We play Am I the Nozzle?
There are two sides to every story.
Everybody need to keep a cool booty, okay?
We're here to judge.
I plead the fifth.
Am I right?
Adoy.
Or am I the Nozzle?
I was wrong.
So here's how the game works. Tom Bauer will present us with a situation, and we will answer the question if the person asking, am I the nozzle in this situation, is in fact the nozzle. Let's say that you're involved in a personal situation, and you are questioning, am I the guy in the wrong here? Am I being the nozzle? And we will give you an honest and accurate assessment of that situation. Is that about right, Tom?
That is absolutely right. And I'll even give Jets fans this. I swear I will not mention Woody Johnson or Aaron Glenn in this segment, just to give them, just to put their mind at ease a little bit for at least the next 5-10 minutes.
What you're doing right now is deflating Bart, and that's not helping me. We got 20 minutes left in this show, all right? I got to get home here, buddy.
I'm sorry, 12 G's.
Oh, the jacket is only $12,000. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Like,
Okay, first
Do I need
question.
a $12,000 jacket?
Yeah,
Are you the nozzle for buying a
Yes,
jacket?
that's the first question.
$12,000. Yes. Mike McDaniel's the nozzle.
They got it. Comes in suede too.
Of course it does. And how much is it if it's suede? Is it also
12,000.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right, Tommy, let's go.
All right. Well, the first one I've got up is one that we have not really discussed at length so far this week, but certainly many people over social media did. There's a Pro Bowl that's being played in the NFL, and it happens every single year. And it seems like people don't want it to happen every year. And now, people probably want it to go away now that Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. Yes, the phenom, I'm using in heavy air quotes, Browns rookie quarterback, is a Pro Bowler, mainly due to injuries and Drake May in the Super Bowl, whom he's actually replacing on the roster. One, could they have not gotten literally anyone else to fill in as the AFC quarterback? And two, is the NFL the nozzle for making Shedeur Sanders attend this event as a Pro Bowler?
It's funny. I went through this exercise, and it was nobody else. Literally, it was nobody else. It was nobody else. So let's just go over the people in the AFC that could have went. Josh Allen ain't going.
No,
the stars don't go.
Yep.
Like,
because again, you're not playing in the Pro Bowl, and it's not in Hawaii.
You can play dodgeball. Yeah. Who the hell wants to go to Orlando? Yeah. Right? Lamar Jackson wasn't going, injured. Joe Burrow wasn't going, coming off the turf toe, injured. Tua, not good enough, injured. Drake May in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, 40 years old. He not about to go. He in a black hole somewhere. Justin Fields stunk. C.J. Stroud probably don't want to show his face after he cost his team a trip to the Super Bowl. He ain't going. Danny Dimes, hurt. You talk about Bo Nix, done. Patrick Mahomes, hurt. Geno Smith, sucked. Justin Herbert, hand messed up. He ain't going. The only person, like Trevor Lawrence may be there because there's multiple people that go. But the only other person that could have went was Cam Ward.
Listen.
And Cam Ward might have just said, nah, I'm not doing it. Who else can go? It's literally nobody else.
The only thing that matters anymore is that you get voted into it and how it hits your different clauses in your contract and how much bonus money that you would get. Why are we even holding it?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that thing makes money for the league. Like, why even bother?
At this point, like, they just don't want to be the first team. Remember when Peyton Manning came up, him and Eli came up with these games and stuff?
Yeah.
It was corny. No, they're not corny because Peyton's actually pretty cool. Like, come on, man. Nobody cares about these dumb dodgeball, like, Ninja Warrior type of things that they do.
So in this case, is Shedeur the nozzle or is the league the nozzle?
That would be the league. Shedeur wasn't the one who...
I would say the AFC is the nozzle.
Yeah.
The AFC, because how can you have that many horrible quarterbacks, right? Dolphins, well, Browns, and the Browns is the one who went.
Listen.
Like, everybody else hurt.
They
should have took somebody from the NFC.
They shouldn't have even picked anybody. How about that? Just keep it as to who it is. You're not actually playing a game. Yeah. It's not like you need quarterbacks all over the place.
Right.
Maybe they play a flag football game. I don't even know what they do.
Tyler Shuck should have went, and they should have just made him AFC.
You don't. Yeah, exactly. Just you play for both teams.
Yeah.
That guy. You be the automatic quarterback in this game. That's what it'll be. Absolutely, league is the nozzle. Ray, your thoughts?
I think Brady Cook was robbed.
Next.
Let Cook, baby.
Should have been a coin flip.
All right, well, that last one was about Shedeur. Oh, let's talk about his father here for a second because the Colorado football team, well, listen, people are making money, and now I guess that this is a semi-professional environment.
Make them pro.
Yeah, they're going to have to start paying some fines to players if they miss some practices. If you're late to a practice, $500 fine. You don't show up at all, $2,500 fine.
Way to go, prime time.
No show to a meeting, $2,000, $400 for being late, $1,500 for not showing up to a strength and conditioning workout, $1,000 for being late to treatment, team violations, etc., so forth. Also banned profanity outside the meeting room and in the dining area as well. I'm more so focusing on the fines here, fellas. Is he the nozzle for fining college guys? And
Absolutely not.
I know we're drawing a new line, though.
Hell no. Go ahead, Carl.
Absolutely not. If they're getting paid the amount of money that they're getting paid,
they're making more than pros.
Then they need to be fined. Now, it's a sliding scale that if somebody who's a walk-on curses by accident, I'm not going to hit them with a fine. But
you ain't got no.
It's a yeah.
You just lost your book scholarship.
I'm going to take away a swipe on your car. Exactly. But it's obviously a sliding scale from that standpoint. But good for Deion. I actually have no problem with this.
Me either.
Here's my biggest thing with college athletes. I have always had a healthy respect for everything that college athletes go through because I don't think anybody has a full-on appreciation of what that schedule is like. It's not a 40-hour-a-week job. It's a 90-hour-a-week job.
Do they even go to class anymore? Knowing that they leaving after the semester, you know what I mean?
Carson Beck said, "I don't go to class anymore." I think some of them do have to stay eligible and all that, and I do respect that part of it. But what I would say is, when you are getting paid this amount of money, you have to start being held accountable. You can't have it both ways. I have no problem with Deion doing this.
Yeah, you show up late. Now you not showing. Now you think you big time. You ain't showing off to spring ball or something like that, or one of those practice, man. Give me your money.
Next.
So this one Bart mentioned the other day, and it got me thinking, what the hell is going on in Cleveland? Now, of course, they actually did hire a head coach this morning. Todd Monken is their new head coach, and of course, he won't be the Giants' offensive coordinator anymore. But in their search, Bart mentioned that the Browns are having their candidates do, essentially homework assignments. He's not wrong. They had to write essays, I don't know what, unnecessarily, if it's a prompt of 500 words of why the hell
someone
you should be the
who's
coach.
inspired you in your life.
Yeah, you're doing a personality test.
It's a college essay.
AI, take care of it.
I guess this is just
Tell me about a time you've overcome adversity.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just like a whole new analytic approach to hiring people, but are they the Nozzle for even making them go through it seems like extra steps here just to get a job as a head coach?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to write essays. This is not college. That's dumb. That's just dumb. What are we doing? And that's why the Cleveland organization is always doing things like this is what makes you get the reputation that you have.
They should just made them do a survey.
We got plenty of those around here.
Those are popular.
Those actually make more sense than the ones that they're doing in Cleveland. At least I get to find out what my strengths are. I'm a relator. That's what you'll find out later when you're. Have you done yours yet?
No, I'm doing it sometime next week.
From the beach. No. Listen, I'm also very adaptable as well. It's dumb. It's dumb. They are the Nozzle for that. Would you agree?
I would have disqualified their ass soon. They had I'm doing what? Because I can show you my sizzle reel. I can show you my philosophies, but
yeah, I would put the paper down and I would walk out of the room.
Yeah, now you give me schoolwork.
Yeah,
you know what? Good luck with that.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Call the airline. Make sure that I can hop on an earlier flight.
I would look at them dead in the eyes. This is why y'all suck.
Yeah.
You think you reinvent the wheel? You guys are dumb.
Any more, Tom?
Yeah, I got one more from
one more.
I got one more from a personal situation. This one outside of sports because of all the snow and all going on. Of course, you have people that have to go out and shovel, or maybe if you drive a car, you have to go out and, brush all the snow off your car.
Yeah.
Well, I see stories this week about snow flying off people's roofs of their car.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it breaks windshields because there's ice or something in it, and it causes so much damage, and it causes a whole new sleet of problems for people.
Yep.
Apparently, it's a law in New Jersey to have to brush all the snow off the car, which makes sense. I don't know if that's necessarily the case in New York, so maybe I don't know. I'm just reading what I saw. The real question is, are people the Nozzle for not actually doing that in the first place? Even if it's not the law.
They are. And listen, it's hard to get it all off. You do the best you can.
But that's why you take a broom. So it got a long arm.
But here's the
just
problem.
Push it off the top.
You have to make sure that you have a broom that is not going to scratch up the paint, though, too. I've also seen that happen.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful about it, but that's why it's hard. But yes, you have to do it because you can't have it flying off on the highway into somebody else's windshield.
Yeah. What I love is when it's the ice and people pour hot water on it and their whole windshield breaks.
Cracks.
It's just on the whole.
Yeah, no, that's not the way to go about it. That's not the way to go about it.
Keep your water to yourself.
No. I go out there, and if it's covered, I will start the car.
Yeah.
Not even on the remote start, because that only stays on for 10 minutes if you have it.
Yeah.
My wife's car has that. I don't. But
it kills your alternator, by the way.
The remote start?
Long term, yeah.
Well, anyway, I got the battery. I got a new battery last week, thank God. Anyway, I just start it and let it sit there and warm up and turn up the the defroster as high as it can.
That's most little kids' job. Mom say, go start my car up. You think you can drive in the car like, you sit in the car. Yeah, you can really. Turn the music up.
Yeah, that's how I was a kid in a VW Rabbit, I ended up almost crashing into the house next door.
You stepped on the gas?
No.
You put it in gear?
No, I was like 5. We had this VW Rabbit. Remember the old Rabbit?
Yeah.
It's like and I somehow put the car in, didn't even turn it on. Put it into neutral, and it was in our garage, and it was kind of on a little bit of a slant, and it started to roll back down, but there was an up slant before. The next house was like 12 feet over. It was close,
you had that
but
crest.
there was an uphill.
You had that crest like on the old Cowboy Stadium. Got that little crest in the middle.
Exactly. Otherwise...
Yeah.
Gus Condis next door is knocking on my door saying, "What the hell did you do to my garage? You crashed through it."
Or go through the front door, sitting in the toilet.
Exactly. Hi. Bart and Carlin. ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. Your last chance to be a part of the program next. Plus news that doesn't exactly help. We'll explain.
25th ranked St. John's looks to make it 7 in a row when they host Butler at MSG. Coverage begins today at 6:40 on the ESPN New York app.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over. And football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
One, two, three, and to the four. Guess who's sitting outside of our door? Duker, ready to take us out. Duker.
Bart's been a downtrodden little puppy today.
Duker.
Because the Jets have hired Brian Duker. Ho!
Exactly.
Brian Duker to be their new defensive coordinator. He was the pass game coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. He worked with Aaron Glenn in Detroit on his staff for 3 years. I got a couple things that I think are going to perk you up. Okay? Number one, first of all, the news that will not perk you up, and that is in relation to Jim Schwartz. Story on Jim Schwartz is this. He has told people that he was upset. This is from Tom Pelissero. After the Browns informed Jim Schwartz that they were hiring Todd Monken, Schwartz was visibly upset, said goodbyes in the building, and told other coaches he's not coming back. Schwartz is still under contract, and Cleveland wants to retain him, but his future remains unclear. The 49ers, among others, would likely have interest in Schwartz if and when it becomes available. He has been in the Browns facility the last couple of days in anticipation of being named head coach. He already told people if he were passed over, he was not staying. So the Jets.
How is he still on the damn contract? Like, when you fired the head coach, I thought everybody was fired.
No, everybody still has contracts.
That's crap.
And while they're still paying you, they can kind of decide what they're doing there. So that's the issue there. So I'm sure the Jets at least would have made a phone call. But it doesn't look great on the same day that they hire Brian Duker, that Schwartz is not wanting to be in Cleveland.
I would have hired Schwartz, and then to make it where it's something different, I would have made him assistant head coach.
All right. You want me to perk you up a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. I got
Frank Reich coming?
Couple of things. No, it's not football related. These are life related.
Kay Cunny? Oh, okay.
Life related. Number one, scientists have discovered the following. Post-workout Dairy Queen blizzards spike muscle protein synthesis 43% higher than chicken and rice. In other words, if you go and work out and then you go and have a blizzard from Dairy Queen, it's better for you than chicken and rice.
There you go.
Now we're talking. Now I'm on board.
Then we're going to realize Chris is lactose intolerant and he got
Oh, trust me. I tolerate lactose.
That's the same thing they used to say about the chocolate milk, remember? But then they fail to realize that, or tell people that milk isn't good for you.
Are you telling me this is crap?
I'm assuming Blizzard is what?
Blizzard is like ice cream mixed together with
chocolate, hot fudge, right?
No, it could be anything. It could be an Oreo. It's like put into a
they don't put fudge on it?
Mixer. You can. I think you can put fudge in it.
Because to me, that just sounds like a frozen Milk.
Yeah, it's like a
milk.
McFlurry. It's the same thing as a McFlurry.
It's like a chocolate milk.
Except probably closer to real ice cream.
But it's like a chocolate milk.
No, it's not a chocolate milk. It doesn't have to be chocolate that gets mixed in for a blizzard.
What are your go-to?
I would probably go, M&M's or Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, something like that.
Yeah.
Mix it in with that.
Got you.
Hey, listen.
Because you go to Sonic,
Sonic,
you can do all kind of stuff.
Huh?
At Sonic to me is one of the most versatile.
They've got everything.
They're one of the most versatile restaurants there is.
They've got everything.
Everything. You get slushy, nerds.
And they bring it out to you.
Ice cream.
And they bring it out to your car.
Are they skating?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they're skating.
I wonder if I can sue them for being a fraud.
Why?
Because they're not skating.
But it's
they ruined my
What is this,
experience.
1958?
I thought it was Happy Days. Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Here's the other thing. This, I don't know if it's going to make you feel good, but it's certainly going to raise some questions. Saw this morning from the New York Times. They have a site called Wirecutter. And Wirecutter, for those who don't know, basically reviews everything. Anything that you ever would want to get reviews on, you would go to Wirecutter. It's wirecutter.com. And so they did the best potato chips.
See, that's subjective, man.
Now,
there's a lot of local potato chips.
Okay, so here's the deal. These are all plain potato chips. They are not in any way flavored, okay? Keep that in mind. The best plain potato chip.
Can I say the type?
What do you mean? The brand?
It's either going to be like a wavy chip because that's a thicker chip.
No, that's a separate category, which I thought was kind of crap, but okay. Amazon Fresh Classic Potato Chips.
Amazon Fresh?
Yeah. It's like a generic brand that they are saying are the best classic potato chips. Light, crisp texture, fresh, toasty flavor.
Are they using avocado oil?
I don't know.
Because the whole seed oil thing is the thing that's big right now.
I don't know. They're using ingredients, potatoes, vegetable oil, a mix of corn, sunflower, or canola.
Yeah, you're getting cancer for sure.
I didn't ask if I was getting cancer. I asked if it was the best potato chip. I can assume I'm getting cancer.
Or tapeworm.
You know what? You just ruined the whole thing. That's it. Michael K. is next. Bart and Carlin, ESPN. You take your sour attitude
We expect
elsewhere.
our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today.